Rishikesh, you can start.
Hello, good morning everyone. I would like to introduce Mr. Satish Kiradkar, Divisional in charge, Key Business Office, MRO 4. He will be guiding us on reinsurance. I wish you all best wishes for the exam on behalf of BVKS and Mumbai Insurance Institute. Over to Satish sir. Hello sir.
Thank you, Rishikesh. Welcome all. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes sir,
And
yes sir.
I hope my screen is also visible.
Yes, sir.
yes,
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let us start with this reinsurance. Before starting, I would like to give some instructions. Please note that this PowerPoint presentation, which I am sharing here, will be shared with all of you. So please do not write anything while listening to the lecture, and you may write such a things that you will not find in this PowerPoint. Maybe some explanation I will provide, some examples I will give that you may note, but do not write anything which you can see, because you will get that. Secondly, you be ready with the calculator, because I would like to have an interactive session. So maybe I will ask some questions, and if I will ask that questions, if your calculator is handy, then you can definitely answer it fast, and then we can save the time and go further. So I think you all are ready. So starting with this session, first of all, know that this reinsurance subject is very much easy, and this is such a subject that in which you can score total marks, that is 25 out of 25. It is such a easy subject, and many from past many years, question papers are quite easy, but we should prepare like that. If they will ask you some tough question also, then also we should ready. So I will make such a preparation for that for all of you. So just let us start with this reinsurance. Just you can see in this screen that there are so many risks situated at one location, which is called accumulations. At one location, you can see there are many risks are there. So basically, because of this, suppose we are as an insurer, if we are insuring all these risks, so what is the result of it? Sometimes if something happens at a particular location, then there will be a heavy losses to the insurance company. So this is one of the reason why we are going towards the reinsurance. Of course, we'll going forward with the definition, but before that, just showing you the picture. This is accumulation is one of the thing because of which we are discussing this reinsurance, because all insurance companies are getting that cover. Two things are there. One is maybe you must have been known that severity is a factor. There can be a claims, bigger claims, and also there can be a repetitive claims. So these are the things why we the reinsurance required. So before going forward, I would like to listen from your side. What do you understand by reinsurance? What is reinsurance?
Insurance of insurance.
Very good. Yes. Any other definition?
It is also they works on the same principle as of the insurance, that is sharing the loss of many, sharing the loss of due with many.
Right. Okay. Good. So your concepts are clear that it is the insurance of insurance, and it is like a insurance only, but it is a further part of that like a particular insured is transferring a risk with the insurance company. Likewise, suppose if insurance company feels that they cannot bear entire loss, so that they transfer part of the risk to the another company, which is called a reinsurance company, because they are insuring it. So that is called a reinsurance. So going whereby the reinsurer passes on that part of any risk which surpasses his financial state to a reinsurer. It is a definition of the reinsurance. Now, if we see, it can be seen by this picture also, this in this diagram, you can see that a particular risk was transferred with the insurer. Out of this, part of it is kept by the insurer, and remaining part is transferred with the reinsurer. So this is a reinsurance contract. Now, if you see there are two arrows, and these two arrow denotes two different contracts. Here are these two contracts. First one is an insurance contract, another one is a reinsurance contract. So first of all, you should know that these two contracts are very much different. They are not a single or similar contract. see what happens many times. There can be a question for says for scale 1 to 2, because we are now discussing it from scale 1 to 5. So all kinds of questions we will discuss from easy to tougher one. So such question can come that reinsurance is a contract between which of the following. They can give you insured and insurer, insurer and reinsurer, reinsurer and reinsurer, insurer and insurer. Likewise, they can provide you the options. So always remember, there will be one insurer and another reinsurer. There will not be any insured in this contract, because these two contracts are separate. Because of this only, insured cannot directly claim his losses with the reinsurer. He can claim with the insurer, and then if whatever party is reinsured by that insurer, they can claim it with the reinsurance company. So this is the difference between these two contracts. And then again, there is one more thing. This is called a co-insurance. Please note that co-insurance is also different than the reinsurance, because sometimes we also get confused between these two things. We think that co-insurance and reinsurance are same. But see, in co-insurance, what happens that client himself decides whether he wants to go with which insurance companies. So say suppose like he can decide that he will give some certain percent of share to the New India. Like say he can give maybe 55% share with the New India and 15% each with the other three companies, or 25% each to all 4 PSUs. Likewise, he can select the co-insurer. But in the reinsurance cases, insured is neither a party nor he can decide to whom to be appointed as a reinsurer, because it is a decision of an insurance company. So this is a difference, that here decision is taken by the insurance company in reinsurance, but in co-insurance decision is taken by the insured. Secondly, here in as I already told you,
I thought
yes.
till now I used to think that co-insurance is decided by the insurers. Like when the risk is high, sometimes the insurer decide that he that the insurer want to share the loss with the other insurer.
Okay,
Isn't it the case?
madam,
Maybe my
in
concept was
that
wrong
case,
till
it
now.
can be internal arrangement, but basically, conceptually, it should be decided by the insured only. Sometimes it happens that insurance doesn't know. That is not official actually. Unofficially, sometimes insurance company does that they feel that, see, I cannot take this risk. So instead of reinsuring, what I can do, I can take particular part and can internally give some share to other companies. So that can be, but officially, if you see, that insured only decides to whom to give how much share. Is it clear, ma'am?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is a different thing. And another thing I was going to here differentiate here, that see, in co-insurance, insured can claim from all the insurer, although the practice is not that. Practice is that insurance company is paying and recovering from other co-insurer. But as per provision, even insured can claim from all the companies, because he has decided, and this contract in that all the co-insurer and insured are the party. So here he has that right, but not in insurance. Sorry, reinsurance. In reinsurance, he cannot claim his losses directly from the reinsurer. He has to claim it with the insurer, and then the reinsurer will recover from the reinsurer. But there is one exception to this situation. Can you anybody tell me what is that situation? I will take it later. So if you tell it here
Cut
only.
through clause, sir.
Correct. Very good. Absolutely
Insolvency
right.
of insurer.
Yeah. So these two are related only: insolvency of insurer and that cut-through clause. As per cut-through clause, if there is insolvency of the insurer, then only insured can directly claim his losses from the reinsurer. That is a cut-through clause. And in case of insolvency, so if they will ask you in which situation, you can write insolvency. And if they will ask you the clause, then that is the cut-through clause. Okay, so I
But
suppose
sir,
this is
how
quite
will
clear. Yeah,
the insured will come to know the reinsurer?
he can yeah, correct. Very good question, because as he is not a party to that contract, but he can get the details from the insurance company. Suppose it will happen in case of insolvency only. So in that case only he can get the details. Otherwise, it is not even required. So in that case, he will take the that details with whom my risk is again the reinsured, and then by that he can claim it. Okay. So moving forward. So here are again some definition of reinsurance, like you said, insurance of insurance, and it is a one of the kind of a risk transfer mechanism. You must be knowing that there are various risk transfer mechanism. Can you tell me any other risk transfer mechanism other than reinsurance?
Pool.
Very good. Cool. That we will discuss. Okay. Any other?
Alternative risk financing.
Yes. Yes. That only I'm asking. Is there any other tool?
Self-retention.
See, in that, there can be a reinsurance. There can be some other products are also
Securities,
there in market.
derivatives, etc.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Securities, derivatives.
Correct. These are also the risk transfer mechanism. Now,
Captive
in
companies.
examination, they will not go such a deep because they will mostly focus on the reinsurance. But if they will ask, that's why I'm asking. You should be aware of. There is one more thing, like a captives. Are you aware of the captives? What is a captive?
No,
Can anybody tell me?
Sir, captive is something that we are risk is sharing in the market, share market or other things, and we are getting this income from there, and we are in the event of loss, we are paying from that income.
Captive is the companies.
Captive is a foreigner company.
Are the
They are
captives
created
the
a
company that do not hold the license? Are the captives the companies that do not hold the
Before that,
license to do business in a
someone
particular
gave the
country?
correct answer. Can you repeat, please?
captive is a parent's
Yes.
company. They don't have a license and they create
Okay.
a subsidiary.
Okay. In simple definition, actually, what you are saying is correct, but in simple definition, from exam point of view, you just understand that a captive is a company formed by a group. This is a self-insurance company. So this is not like anybody can go and insured with the captives. In a captive, what happens that suppose the Reliance Industries group is there. So Reliance can form like now Reliance General Insurance or Reliance Life. You forget that because these are general insurance company where other insured can also go. But just I'm giving you an example. If suppose Reliance Industries wants to form a self-insurance company who will just insure their risk. They will not insure any outer risk, or just they will just insure their risk. So that company, which is self-insurance company formed by the by any group, is called a captive. I suppose it is a clear. Okay, so it is like as you
So
said, it is
how is
not
it different from self-insurance?
in a self-insurance. A particular entity will bear their losses themselves. It is a group. Now it is not for a single entity. No? It is for group of companies. That's why it is a different than that. Understood the difference? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Moving forward.
Maharashtra ST,
Yeah, yeah.
they are having their own insurance. So it's a self-insurance or captive, sir?
Which one?
I think it's a self-insurance.
Captive is a form of
MSRTC,
self-insurance.
sir. Maharashtra state government.
Maharashtra state government.
Okay.
What you are saying, sir? I'm not getting your question. Please repeat it.
ST.
State.
Maharashtra State Transport Corporation is having his own self-insurance. They are not buying insurance from the insurance company.
So that is not a captive, sir. That is self-insurance. That is not a captive.
That is a self-insurance.
Correct.
Okay.
Suppose
Another
if
thing, sir,
Maharashtra
in
government
co-insurance,
having different departments. So actually, this is not for a government. We are discussing about a corporate, but still for the understanding purpose, I will tell. If suppose this is just for the corporates, I am telling, but still for the understanding purpose. Suppose there are various ministries under Maharashtra's government, and all are putting all that is together at particular department or particular this. Actually, if they are forming any companies to cover all these risk only, not taking any other risk, then that will be captive. But as you said, in that this is a self insurance, not a captive. Captive should be, company should be formed for that. No, that should be administered. That is the thing. Here, company is not formed, right? Not administered. Okay. So moving
Okay,
forward,
sir. And in case of co-insurance,
yeah,
just a minute. In case of
yeah,
co-insurance,
right.
whether insured is bound to claim the claim compensation from the lead insurer, or he can claim from any other insurance. All the
Actually, he
co-insurance.
has a, in case of co-insurance, he has a right to claim it from all the insurer. But in
Okay.
practice,
Claim
it
will.
will be lengthy process to claim share from each and everyone. So what he does, as we are also having a contract, the contract, you must have seen that now even ITAS is also formed, all these things are done. So now, even from earlier days, what we do, what we as a leader pay and we recover from other insurance companies. But there is a provision that he can claim. Okay. In practice, we as a leader only paying and recovering from other co-insurer, but insured, if he wants, he can claim it from all the insurer. I hope it is clear.
Okay. And
Practice and theory is sometimes different. We should go accordingly. We should go mostly with the theory to answer the question in examination. So that's why I'm
okay.
telling you both the things. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Now some common terms in the insurance. Seed. Seed means the to give away a part of the risk by a company of another company. So when we are transferring the risk, that is a seeding. Okay. Then cession is that part of that amount which is transferred to the insurance company. Seeding company is a primary insurer. So if we say that, like, New India is transferring particular share to the GIC Re, in that case, New India is a seeding company. GIC Re is a reinsurance company. So seeding company is a the company which is transferring. Other name is for the seeding company is a reinsured. Sometimes they use this term reinsured. So seeding company, insurance company, reinsured are one and only the same. Commission is that part of the premium which is given by the reinsurer to insurer because they are placing business with them. Retrocession. Now retrocession is again another different contract. There can be a question in examination: which of the following are the parties in the retrocession? So there can be a question: insured and insurer, insurer and insurer, insurer and reinsurer, reinsurer and reinsurer. What should be the answer?
Reinsurer and
Insurance,
reinsurer.
insurance.
Right. As you said, reinsurer and reinsurer, these two parties are there. This clearly defines it that retrocession is nothing but reinsurance of reinsurance. Like reinsurance is the insurance of insurance. Likewise, retrocession is reinsurance of reinsurance. So going further, like suppose particular risk is insured by New India, when it is part of it transferred to the GIC Re, it is called a reinsurance. But suppose out of it, some part again transferred by GIC Re with a Swiss Re, that will be called as that will be termed as a retrocession. I hope reinsurance and retrocession is clear now. You will not different means get confused between these two terms. Next one is a line. A line is that amount of retention which is kept by the insurance company. So like we have said, cession is given amount. Cession is given to the reinsurance company, but the retention amount is called as a line. Okay. In surplus treaty, again we will see the how line is important in the reinsurance contract. Now we'll see some functions of a reinsurance. Here we get some additional underwriting capacity to the insurer because see, you must be knowing that we can underwrite as much as our capacity. Now how capacity is there, like our capital, free reserves, and all this comes together as a capacity. So if we do not have that much of capital and free reserve, then we cannot underwrite much. So if we want to underwrite more, we can do it with the help of the reinsurance. It makes possible further spreading of risk internationally. So you must be knowing that if there is any catastrophic event, it can hit a particular country. Again, I'm giving that there can be a very situation which can be exemption to that. Like COVID was one of the example, which was the exemption to the situation because it happened globally. But if you see, sometimes there can be you may say there can be earthquake. There can be such a situation like Bhopal gas tragedy was there, WTC attack was there. There can be some cyclone like a Tokte. Likewise, if such a situations are coming that can hit a particular region or particular geography, so if because of help of reinsurance, that risk is getting transferred internationally, and then no economy suffers. Okay, because what happens, because we can get the cover from the outer countries, foreign countries, and then the risk is getting spread. Then it expands the volume of business it writes at a faster rate, because as in first function only we have seen that we are getting additional capacity. If we get additional capacity, then we can write more, and then we can expand our business. Again here, if we see, one of the most common causes of failure of an insurance company is that claim exceeds available funds generated by the premiums. The main reasons can be the random increase in the frequency and or severity of a very large individual losses, or random increase in the frequency. Understand two important things are here. One is the frequency and another one is the severity. So what is the frequency? Frequency means repetitive claims, means claims are coming repeatedly. Like you can say in health portfolio, there can in GMC you can see that there are small claims but frequent claims. That is a frequency. But what is the severity? Severity is that a claim of a large amount coming. Like there can be a mega risk and there can be a total loss. Like see, suppose we have insured a particular big industries and there is a loss to that industry. So there will be very heavy losses. So that is a severity. This is a difference between frequency and a severity. So in both the cases, that reinsurance is required. Traditionally, the basic role of reinsurance is to offer protection against the frequency and severity. And another one is a fluctuation. If there is a fluctuation in the annual aggregate claims experience, then also we need to have a reinsurance. Now, as I was telling that capacity, actually capacity is decided by what is our finances there. But when we are going in a reinsurance, how capacity is decided? First, we see our net retention on the basis of our capitals and all these things. So how much we can retain on our balance sheet. So that is net retention plus obligatory cession. Can anybody tell how much is the obligatory cession and to whom we are doing it?
4%. 4%.
5%
Right. It is 4%, and we are ceding this risk with the GIC Re. So obligatory cession of 4%. The next is a pool. Pool, you already given said that it is also a risk transfer mechanism, and there are various pools like terrorism pool, motor decline risk pool, likewise decline risk pool is there, motor terrorism pool is there. So these are the pool. And do you know who is the administrator of this pool in India?
GIC.
Remember, this simple question can also come. That's why I'm just telling that also. So GIC is the administrator in India for that for managing this pool. In pool, what is happening, that we'll discuss later on. Intercompany cession is there. So sometimes even company can transfer their risk with another company and take some their risk, so that there can be balance of risk. So that is the intercompany cession. Like suppose New India, suppose some part of risk can give to the Oriental, and in return, or maybe or they can take some part of Oriental's risk at their books. So there can be intercompany cessions. Then there can be company surplus status. All these together becomes a capacity. Now the retention, I already told you, is that part of amount which is retained by the company on their books for the underwriting a single risk or a group of risk. So that is the thing. General, there are different practices of the retention. Generally, how much of the retention is there? So 1 to 5% of the capital and free reserve, depending on the portfolio experience. That is the retention. This is general practice of the retention. How much company keeps? So generally they keeps 1 to 5% of the capital and free reserve, depending on portfolio experience, expected cost for the net protection, and all these things. Okay, now we are going towards the types of reinsurances. So here first is a facultative, second is a treaty, and third one is a facultative obligatory treaty. So first we'll discuss the facultative. In facultative, it is the oldest method of reinsurance. So treaty came later on. First, when reinsurance started, it started with the facultative reinsurance only. And in facultative, here each risk needs to be insured separately. Both parties are having option whether to cede or not, and whether to accept or not. Even insurance company can decide whether they want to keep it on their books, or they want to transfer the risk. And again, if they wish to transfer, but it is not obligatory for the reinsurance company, they are also having the option whether to accept or reject, and if they want to accept it, what part they want to accept. So that's why it is a facultative. It is a facility for both. And as for each and every risk we need to make this arrangement. So definitely it is a time consuming process. What is other disadvantage of this method? Can anybody tell? In facultative reinsurance, is
Admin
there
cost.
any?
Admin cost is more, sir.
Yes, so it is a
Commission is
costly
less.
method. Second is the time consuming. Any other disadvantages of the facultative reinsurance?
There's a selection against the reinsurers.
Every time you
There's a
ask
selection against the reinsurers.
Okay, selection, but this is not a disadvantage to the insurance company. It is a disadvantage to the reinsurance company. That can be, yeah,
Reinsurance company.
that can be
administrative cost will
anti-selection.
increase.
But to counter it, reinsurance company also not giving you the good rate. They are also charging high for this. So high rate, it is a disadvantage to the insurance company. Sometimes they may ask that what are the disadvantages to the insurance company. Now, as madam told, it is a correct, like if they will ask you disadvantages, then this is also correct one. But sometimes they will ask you to the insurance company or not to insurance company. That time you have to understand the implication of all these things. Like this one, there can be anti-selection is a disadvantage to the reinsurance company, not to the insurance company. Okay, that you understand. Now, so as you already told, time consuming, lot of administrative works, then this is a costly one. So these are all the disadvantages. So why, but then why do we follow this facultative reinsurance? Is it required? Why we do not go directly to the treaty only? Why we are following for the facultative reinsurance now, as now treaties are involved then? What is the reason that we still follow it? Yes.
There may be a different risk which treaty doesn't cover. For that,
correct.
In
such a situation,
facultative one.
Right, there can be mega risk, which is maybe mega risk for what we need to take this one, and also there can be other risk also which are not coming under the purview of the treaty. That time we have to arrange it facultative. Okay, so we have seen this laborious, delayed and time consuming, premium rates are too high, and less commission are offered by the reinsurance company. Then the situation when we follow it, when all other methods are exhausted, like treaties and all this, market expansion is possible, and reinsurance special expertise. Sometimes what happens, even you have a capacity, even it is coming under your treaty, or you are having other possible options, but still we go because we get special expertise also by the facultative reinsurance. Because what happens when you transfer certain part of the risk to the reinsurance company as a facultative, also even in treaty also that expertise is provided. So that expertise is provided by the reinsurance company, which helps to control the losses. Okay, to prudent underwriting also, and control the losses also. Reinsurance arrangements are at par with original insurance. So here in maybe in treaty, some of the conditions might different than the original insurance contract. So if whatever different conditions are there, that will not part of the treaty. But as it is one of arrangement, here it is based on the original agreement. Okay, moving forward, treaty insurance. I hope faculty is clear now. Now we are moving forward to the treaty reinsurance. which is another type of reinsurance. Here, see, in first of facultative one, we have seen that this is not binding on any of the party, but in treaty it is a binding on the both the parties, because it is a pre-decided contract, and here whatever coming under the purview of the treaty, insurer must cede that risk and reinsurer must accept it. There is no option to both the parties. So basically for the financial year, treaties are formed or contracted. Each risk need to be studied. Actually here each risk need to be studied. Here we this each risk need to be studied. You will go to the facultative. Here it will not be there, but yes, in the purview or whether it is coming under treaty or not, will be this is coming. Reinsurance simple and cost saving. So this is the difference. That it was a time. This is a time saving one, because directly it is going. We do not need to check it. See, in facultative one, another disadvantage is that sometimes your risk get uninsured. Sometimes you will not find the reinsurer in time, so that you will not be able to underwrite that risk. So that can be a business loss to you. But in case of treaty, it is already available, so you do not need to find any reinsurer. So that is also one of the benefit here and disadvantages there. Now this is a common to all reinsurance treaties. Treaty one, probable maximum. One is a PML and another one is a SI basis. We are doing it. Probable maximum loss is sometimes losses are shared on that basis. Do you know what is the probable maximum loss? Can anybody tell me what is the probable maximum loss? I will give you an example also.
During an even the maximum loss that can happen, like we have insured, say we have insured a substation, and it has many blocks. So the total sum insured may be around rupees 1 crore. But at a time, we can expect there's an accident to a particular block. Say, so the maximum probable block, we can say it is 25 lakhs.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Suppose if a particular risk we are underwriting, say for 100 crore. Now what happens if it catches a fire? It is not necessary that entire property will get burned. So maybe fire brigade will come. They will also having fire extinguishing measures and all these things. So because of that, we can save the losses. And in any case, even after taking all these measures, what can be the maximum loss that can occur? That is a probable maximum loss. Other things is very well explained by the madam. Okay. Now just hold for a minute. Just wait for a minute. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, so like premium and losses are here in PML also. If it is on sum assured basis, then what we do, premium and losses are shared on sum assured basis in that proportion only. If it is on PML basis, then it is shared on that proportion. Okay, so sum assured and PML are two things on which losses can be shared. I will explain it. I will give you the example also on that, how it makes difference. Then third one is a facultative obligatory insurance. Of course, we'll see the different types of treaty later on, different types of other reinsurance format, which are there in even facultative also and in even treaty also. But before that, we are going another type, that is a facultative obligatory insurance. As name suggests, can you tell me what is the difference between this facultative obligatory insurance? What do you understand by facultative
If the insurer completely cede the risk and the reinsurance company must accept the risk. That is called facultative obligatory. And the facultative, if the insurance company cede the risk, whether he was just want to cede the risk or not, and the reinsurance also accept or not.
Insurer is free to
For the
whether
insurer
cede
side,
or
this
not.
is facultative, and for the
But reinsurer
reinsurer, it
want
is
to
obligatory.
accept the risk.
Very good, very good. As madam just madam said, it is absolutely right. If you understand that only na, then also you'll understand. It is facultative for the insurance company. Facultative means what? Optional. And obligatory to the reinsurance company means he must accept it. In this, what happens? Suppose if any risk comes, it is the choice of the insurance company. So insurance company can transfer the risk or can keep with themselves. If it is decided by the insurance company to transfer the risk, reinsurer must accept it. They cannot deny the risk. Okay, so understand. So it is a combination of two, but here facultative part is given to whom? Choice is given to whom?
Insurer.
Insurance company, right? And to whom it is compulsory?
Reinsurer.
Correct. So that means here it is obligatory for the reinsurance company. So now it is a combination of two, and here. So what is the disadvantages? First, you tell me, and then we will come to in which situation we follow this one. So first, tell me what are the disadvantages of this facultative obligatory and
Reinsurer is very much exposed to the risk which is not in good nature.
Correct. So for the bad
insurer
risk,
is benefits.
yes, correct. You are absolutely right, sir. Yes. So they, what kind of other thing means, what kind of exposure they are getting? Why is it so?
Rates
Exposure
are
is
high, no commission
Why?
is there. Demand
Yes.
is, rates are high, no commission is available to
No,
the.
just sir, I'm asking disadvantages, main disadvantages of this arrangement to the reinsurer, because see, basically this is disadvantages to the reinsurance company, that you underline first. Okay, it is disadvantages to the reinsurance company, not the insurance company. It is very much beneficial to the insurance company because they can decide what to keep and what to transfer. Okay, so here they will keep the good risk and transfer the bad risk. That's why it is a disadvantages to the reinsurance company. So because here anti-selection can happen. Only good risk can be kept by the insurance company, and bad risk can be transferred to the reinsurance company.
Reinsurer.
Okay, so why they come into such an agreement where they are aware that it is quite sure that only bad risk will come? Why they enter into such arrangement?
Weak market
conditions.
Because of weak market conditions. Okay. Correct. Any other
Very less ceding
reason?
commission.
Because of high rates and no commission to the ceding company.
Yes.
No, this is not a reason. This is the outcome of because only bad risk can transfer. That's why high risk, high rates are there and no commission. This is happening in this one. This is a result of these disadvantages. But in which situation I'm asking? In which situation this is? Like one is said that here already given soft market. In soft market, do you understand what is a soft market and hard market?
Where demand is less and supply is high, that is soft market, and where demand is more and supply is less, that is hard market.
So when facultative obligatory insurance is followed, in which market?
Soft market.
Why? What happens in the soft market?
Demand is less and supply is high.
So if demand is less and supply is
high, though there is a chance of anti-selection by the ceding company that those risks are not good good risk they are transferring to the reinsurer, and therefore
correct.
supply is much more and demand is less because
of that it is not happening, sir. Because of that is not happening. Actually supply is more and demand is less. Because
yes.
of that only this contract they are entering into such a contract, because see, reinsurer is having so much of coverages they can provide it, but
yes.
but they are not getting so much like we are having. What happens, suppose a particular company can produce 1,000 ton of any particular product. Okay, but if their sale is only a 100 ton in that particular period per month, so what happens? Their 900 tons of product is getting unsold, is it? So then prices are coming down. So in such a situation, it is a beneficial to the purchaser. Buyer is getting product at a less cost. So accordingly, in stock market, one thing is in stock market, one thing is there. They can enter into faculty obligatory insurance. Other advantages, what is the other advantages that can be taken by the insurance company if not a faculty obligatory? What is other advantages taken by the insurance company in such a market? They can demand, if not a facultative obligatory, they can demand less rates. Okay, because as there is a much supply, so in stock market, insurance company can demand less rate. That can be one of the result of the stock market. Or third one, if not rates, they can get a good terms, beneficial terms to them, because sometimes what happens in treaties, some of the risk can be excluded, but they can give wider coverages in the treaty. So this can be a benefit to the insurance company when there is a stock market. Now just look at this chart. We have seen facultative and treaty. Again, going forward, in facultative also and in treaty also, these are two types. One is a proportional and another is a non-proportional. Non-proportional is also called as a excess of loss treaties or excess of loss insurance if it is on the facultative. Okay, so we are just discussing these types, so you will understand. If it is for one contract only, then it will be facultative, facultative surplus, facultative excess of loss. If it is for more than one contract, then it will be a proportional, maybe proportional treaty or non-proportional treaty, surplus treaty, maybe excess of loss treaty. Likewise, it will be there. In proportional, again, there are two types: quota share and surplus. And excess of loss, there can be per risk or per event. Per event again can be termed as a catastrophe also, because it is a more than one risk are involved. Now, in proportional, quota share and surplus are there. We are first discussing quota share.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
For facultative reinsurance, as discussed, there is a risk which may be left uninsured for the insurance company. So, as per in the facultative reinsurance, it is there that we need to arrange first the reinsurance, then only we should accept the proposal of the insurance.
Correct. Absolutely right, sir. Absolutely right. It is like that only. If you
in that
see,
situation, risk will be.
Yeah, till then we are not providing coverages. That's why I told you, na. Sometimes it may happen that we'll not get coverages, reinsurance support in time. So because of that, we may lose the business. Because if there's no reinsurance support, we will not accept that.
We may lose the business, but risk will be always covered. Once we get the
no, sir.
What you are asking, sir?
Once we get the reinsurance arrangement done, then only we accept the proposal of insured. In that case, all the risks will be covered. We may lose the market.
For those risks which are not coming under a treaty. If it is coming under a treaty, then we do not need to take acceptance. Okay. Though there can be mega risk. Suppose
we will go after the word one.
Even if you see the company guidelines, like in our company also, what we do, we have decided particular risk of suppose particular officers, maybe at operating office level, this much is the risk level, like 100 crore is given. Then for RO level, maybe 750 crores is given. For even HO level also 1100 or something is given. Beyond that, if any risk is there, they ask us to refer to the techno marketing team. Is it? Why they are asking us to refer it to? Because they want to get reinsurance cover beforehand, then only we can accept the risk. Otherwise they are not providing us approval, and if they are not providing approval, can we accept the proposal without the approval of the competent authority? We can't.
No, sir.
So yeah, so that means we are first taking that facultative arrangement, and then only we are accepting the risk. Okay. Now, first quota share. Now, in quota share, insurer and reinsurer decides to share premium and losses in pre-decided percentage. It is applicable for each and every risk falling under the pre-decided terms. So whatever coming under the treaty, suppose it is decided for a particular class of risk, particular percent will be transferred. Like say, suppose it is decided that 10% of each and every risk will be transferred to the reinsurer. So if 10% of each and every motor risk. So if it is a motor insurance, then 10% of motor risk will be transferred. Accordingly, quota share. So it is a term done in the percentage. Like an example is given here. Insurer retains 10% of each and every risk for his account and reinsures 90%. So suppose sum assured is a 5 lakhs, then 50,000 will be kept by the insurance ceding insurer, and 90% reinsurance is there. So 4,50,000 will be transferred to the reinsurance company. Now, again, one more example is there, like if he returns 20% and reinsures 80%, then how it will be done? I suppose it is a simple calculation. You can do it with the help of the calculator also, and without that also. Next one. Now, first, in quota share also, there can be two kinds of quota share. One is a fixed quota share, another one is a variable quota share. Now, what is a fixed quota share? Here, percentage is fixed. It will not change with the change in the risk. Okay, like in previous example, if 10% is decided, then for each and every risk, 10% will be retention, 90% will be ceded. If in this example, if 20% and 80% is decided, so accordingly for each and every risk it will happen. It will not be, there will be no chance to the change. But in variable quota share, if you see, as per in the sum assured increases, the retention limit comes down and their ceding part goes up. So this is the difference between fixed quota share, where share is fixed for each and every risk, but in variable quota share, the retention and cession changes as per the change in sum assured. So here you just remember one thing in mind: as the sum assured increases, retention goes down. This you remember, because they might ask this one. Because see, as sum assured is increasing, what is happening? That we do not have so much of capacity to accept the risk. So we are keeping lower and lower and lower. So which is justified by our maybe a financial capacity, maybe our solvency, and all these things, and remaining things are transferred. Now, what are the advantages of the quota share? It is a simple mechanism, because we know that yes, each and every risk 80% is going to transfer, each and every risk 60% is going to transfer. So directly it is going to transfer. We do not need to check it how much or make another calculation. For new insurer, if new insurer is entering into the market, this is a very good to enter into this treaty, because for each and every risk the reinsurer is going to pay their part. So it is quite comfortable for the insurance company. Existing insurer can enter, if they are existing insurer entering into new territory or new product, then also they can opt it. And there can be ORC, and this ORC is higher. Sometimes they can ask you what is the full form of ORC. ORC is nothing but the overriding commission. And in this quota share, the insurance company are getting higher ORC for the higher retention and a quality business. Now, obligatory session we already decided. We already discussed that 4% is there with this one, GIC Re. Further to that, one more thing you have to remember, that GIC Re, whatever is accepting from Indian insurer, they are retroceding 50% to the to again back to the Indian insurer. So whatever they are that whatever 4% is coming to the GIC Re from all the insurance company in India, out of that maybe 2% of that that they are again transferring 50% of the business. You just remember, don't remember 2%. So 50% they are retroceding. Retrocession is done by the GIC Re to the Indian insurer. Now retention, some factors are there on which retention is there. Now factors are there. I will tell you the low, high, likewise, and you tell me whether retention will be low or high. Okay. Now retention, you all already know that the retention is the amount which we kept, and in terms of amount, if you say we can call it as a line also. Okay. Yes.
Sir, you said the GIC Re will, if you retrocede to 50%, it will retrocede to Indian insurers. Means it will come, Indian insurers, they are only reinsuring. Then again it will come back, is it? Retrocession.
Correct. It is coming back. Like suppose whatever we are sending to the obligatory session to the this one. GIC, out of that, suppose they are of each of from each and every company, if they are collecting 4% premium, so if they have collected say 20,000 crore, so out of that 20,000 crore, 10,000 again will be reinsured with the Indian insurer. That is the thing.
Meaning it will come back to us, but we are not able to face the claim. So only we will
then there will be a spreading of the risk. Like we have
spreading
some type of risk, other type of risk will come to us.
Correct. There can be mix of risk, no? It will not be like our risk will come back. Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. Correctly explained by the madam, right. Okay.
In that case, sir, Indian insurance company is also known as the insurer.
Yes, they are acting as even we are accepting. Yeah. That's why if you see now, yes, it is allowed. Okay, that is in there in IRDA program itself. Okay, IRDA regulations only it is mentioned. So they are, it is a part of that only they are doing. Now some factors are there. These are the factors. They may ask you the factors at maybe a scale 1 to 2, 2 to 3 level, but maybe for a higher level they can ask you the impact of this one. So I'm telling you maybe some like low or high. You tell me whether retention will be low or high. What will be the reason? Suppose a company is having higher assets, capital, and free reserves, then retention will be high. Suppose the portfolio risk is bad, that is a bad portfolio, then retention will be
low. Retention will be low.
Correct. If corporate liquidity is more, then
retention is more.
High. Retention is high.
High is the correct answer, right? State of reinsurance market. Suppose there are so many regulations in the this one.
High retention.
Right. High retention. Like in Indian market also, the regulation we will see, because of that it is happening. Some legal imposition. On that basis, it will not. Now here we cannot just say that high or low, because what kind of legal imposition are there? Sometimes maybe favorable or unfavorable. So on that it will be. But basically for first three things you can understand whether what will be the impact, whether it will be high or low. So such kind of question they can ask you. They can ask you in which of the following retention will be low, and they can give you one certain situation in that retention should be high. Like they can say that high corporate liquidity. So in that case retention cannot be low, no? Retention will be high, because you are having, what is the liquidity? First you tell me.
Available cash.
Free cash.
Correct.
Free cash reserves.
Yes. Now we are going to the next proportional treaty, or next proportional type, you can say, that is a surplus. Now in surplus, again we already discussed that particular limit, a particular amount is retained by the company, is called as a line. That is a retention is called as a line. So whatever company, insurance company, it's keeping on their books, the session is terms in form of lines. Like suppose it may be said that 10 lines treaty, 5 lines treaty. What does it mean, 10 lines treaty or 5 lines treaty? That many times of the retention will be ceded. Like see, suppose retention limit is 10 lakhs. So if retention limit is 10 lakhs and TT is of 7 lines, then how much is the session?
70 lakhs.
70 lakhs, 7 times of the retention. That is a 70 lakhs. If it is of 12 lines of 5 lakhs each, then it will be 60 lakhs. Will be the session. So I think your concepts are very much clear in that. So here, see, now sometimes you may ask the question that the retention limit expressed in the surplus treaty is a minimum, maximum, fixed, or variable?
Minimum.
Okay. Any other answer? Everyone
It's
is
a
agree with
maximum, sir. Retention limit is a maximum.
Maximum.
Yes, it is a
Maximum
limit mentioned.
capacity.
See, it is there on your screen also. It is a maximum limit mentioned. So what does it mean? That suppose the retention is 10 lakhs. So insurance company can retain anything up to the 10 lakhs, but not more than 10 lakhs. That is the things. But in practice, what happens? Actually, theoretically, see, that's why I told you we are discussing here theoretically and practically also. But in practice, what happens? If company keeps low, then they have to keep such an account. It will be a there will be so much of administration cost and all these things. So to avoid that, company keeps whatever retention limit, that only. But theoretically, company can, or insurance company can keep lower than that also. So remember that the retention limit expressed in the treaty is the maximum one. Okay. Now, like here it is given that suppose sum assured is 10 lakhs, retention limit is 10 lakhs, then session will be nil. Okay. Now I will ask you two other example. Suppose it is a treaty of say 5 lines. Okay. And treaty of 5 lines treaty of 5 lines, and the retention is say 6 lakhs. Okay. Now I'm telling you the sum assured. You tell me how much session will be there. Okay. 6 lakhs is the retention, and treaty is of 5 lakhs. Okay. Suppose sum assured is of 5 lakhs. Then what is the session?
30 lakhs will be the session.
Session will be nil, na sir?
Session will be nil, sir, because retention is 6 lakhs.
Yeah, retention is 6 lakhs and 5 lakhs is coming under that, right? If suppose sum assured is 7 lakhs, then
4 lakhs.
1 lakh.
1 lakh.
Session will be
1 lakh. Correct. If it is 25 lakhs, then
19 lakhs.
10
20
lakhs.
lakhs.
how much?
19.
19 lakhs.
Okay. Okay. Now suppose it is 50 lakhs, then what will be the session?
44.
44 lakhs.
Session will be
44 lakhs.
44.
Everyone is agree with the 44 lakhs?
no, sir, 30 lakhs.
Session will be limited to
30 lakhs maximum.
30 lakhs.
30
30
lakhs.
lakhs.
Correct.
Not
Not
30 lakhs.
44 lakhs. Because treaty is of
Whatever
6.
above 30 lakhs, it will be reversed. Sir.
It is of 5 lines, na? So 6 5s are 30. So maximum limit of the session is 30 lakhs. Okay, understand? That's why I given you that example. Don't say blindly 44 lakhs. You have to check what is the limit of the this reinsurance treaty also. Okay. So don't say 44. 30 lakh is the correct answer. I hope it is clear now. Is it? Any doubt in this, or shall I move forward?
Forward.
Sir,
Yeah. Yes.
the lines with the with particular reinsurer that lines are fixed, is it?
Yeah, it is mentioned in the treaty itself. It is mentioned because we are having different treaties with different reinsurer.
Okay. So after this 5 lakh, then the balance 14 lakhs will be with the
balance will come back to the insurance. Like just now I have given you the example that 6 lakhs is the retention and it is of 5 lines, right? Okay. So what happens? Retention is first retention will go, that is the 6 lakhs. Then 30 lakhs will paid by the insurance company. It is becoming 36 lakhs. Remaining 14 lakhs is uninsured there. Okay. So either it will be come back to the insurance company can bear it, or insurance company can arrange a facultative reinsurance for that. Okay. That is one chance. Otherwise, there is one more thing that is called a first surplus treaty. Even there can more than one surplus treaty. Another surplus. Yes. So there can be a first surplus treaty, second surplus treaty, third surplus treaty. So it can be go to next layer. So this is called a layer. When it is going another surplus treaty, it is called a layer. I hope this is clear now.
Yeah, yes, sir. Thanks.
But yeah.
So here means a line is also a session.
No, line is not a session.
It's a
session
retention.
is turned in terms of lines. Like they are saying, like in this particular example, I said 5 lines.
Yeah.
So what does 5 lines means? 5 lines means 5 times of the retention. 5 times of the retention is your session. Okay. Understood? So 5 6 are 30 is the transferring. So that is a session. Session is nothing but what we are transferring. That is a session. And we are in surplus treaty. It is mentioned in terms of lines.
Okay. Thank you.
It is clear. Okay. So it is accordingly it is done. Now I suppose just whether I have given the examples also. We'll take it later. Then there is one term called bordereaux. What is a bordereaux? Can anybody tell me what is bordereaux?
List of information
provided by the insurer to reinsurance company.
Correct. There can be a claim bordereaux. There can be premium bordereaux. Now I'm not going in detail. In books you can see what are the component of these two, because they can ask you which of the following is a component of premium bordereaux or claim bordereaux. Just remember that this kind of question can also come. It is a list. It is a detailed list document which is shared. In this entire risk are there, whether it is of claim bordereaux or a premium bordereaux. Now see one example is here, like sum insured is 80 lakhs, retention is 20 lakhs, and it is of 2 lines. That means session will be 20 to 40. We already discussed. That's why just taking forward. Now there is a surplus treaty of 10 lines of 200 crore. Now tell me what is the retention in this case?
20 lakh.
What is it? Yes.
20 crores.
I'm asking what is retention. Please
20
don't
20
get
crores. 20 crore.
20 crores. Why 20 crores?
2000 crores.
200 crore.
See, you are getting confused.
Sorry, sir. 2000 crore, yes.
What I'm asking, tell me. What is my question?
So 200
See, this
crore will
happens.
be the
Very
retention.
simple question. Now you are just
200
getting
crore
confused.
will be the retention.
Yes,
200
200 crore is the retention. 10 lines of 200 crore means one line is of 200 crore. And one line is of 200 crore, that means retention is 200 crore. Don't just multiply. Right. If they will ask you the retention in 10 lines of 200 crore, don't get confused. It is a 200 crore, not 2000 or 20 crore. Is it clear now? Retention?
Sir.
Very simple question, but you get sometimes it happens in examination. You will think that they will not ask such a simple question, and you will answer 2000 crore. So you'll get wrong. Okay, it should not be. Answer is there in question itself. Okay. Now next, what is the surplus treaty amount? Now you answer. Surplus treaty amount is what is the session amount?
2000 crore.
2000 crore. 2000 crore.
Yes, now 2000 crore. Okay, understood the difference between two? I hope you will not answer wrong if such a simple question comes. There can be such a simple question. That's why it is a soaring subject that we are getting such a simple question. But we get confused and answer wrong. So it should not happen. Okay. So retention 200 and surplus city of 2000 crore. Now tell me if they will ask you the capacity of it. Can you tell me the capacity?
2,200 crores.
1,200 crore.
2,200 crores.
Retention plus surplus city becomes together as a capacity. So capacity 2,200. If they will ask you the capacity, just remember you will not answer 2,000. It will be 2,200. You have to add retention also in that. Okay. Next problem here. Now, if you solve this one, so I will consider that your all concepts are clear. Now, do fast. Sum insured is 4 crore. Retention is 10 lakhs. Surplus treaty is of 8 lines. Premium rate is 2%. Loss rupees 20 lakhs. First, tell me what is a reinsurance premium. Can anybody tell me what is the reinsurance premium? You can use your calculators. I told you, keep ready.
One lakh 60,000. 1,60,000 is the premium. 1,60,000.
Okay. Some answer are coming 1,60,000. Some are coming 8 lakhs. Okay. Any other different answer? 1,50,000. Okay. One is coming 150, 160, and 8 lakhs. 3 options.
150.
Yes.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Question is there or in your screen, madam. Sum insured is 4 crore. Retention is 10 lakh. Surplus treaty is of 8 lines. Premium rate is 2%. Loss rupees 20 lakhs. So first I'm asking reinsurance premium, then we'll go to the loss recovery. So you forget loss
Reinsurance
first.
premium is 1,60,000.
160. Okay. So most of you are telling 160. Okay. Now you calculate loss recoverable amount also. Then I will explain it.
10 lakh.
It's 10 lakhs.
10 lakh. Okay.
Loss recoverable is 4 lakhs.
4 lakh.
Loss 4 lakhs. Okay. Okay. Let's go and just check. That's why I given this example first, and then I will explain so that you can understand whether you understood or not. So you can give that much. You will understand how much practice is needed for that. First, see, to know the premium, we should know how much is a cession. Okay. What is the reinsured amount? So to know that, we have to do multiplication of lines into retention. Cession is 8 lines of 10 lakhs each. So cession is of 80 lakhs. Is this clear? First step, how reinsured amount is calculated?
Yes, yes.
And premium will be on the basis of the sum assured only. Rate is given 2%. So 2% on 80 lakh will be 160. So most of you answered correctly. Okay, very good. Well done. Next, we are going forward for the calculation of the loss. So now how loss apportionment will be there? There will be the loss apportion between reinsurer and reinsured will be in the same proportion as they are sharing the premium or as they are sharing the sum assured. Now here a simple formula is here. If you want to go, although it is there now, here I give you permission to write down this formula to emphasis on this. Otherwise, you'll get it in the PPT also. That formula is reinsured amount divided by total sum insured multiplied by loss amount. So if you know these three things, you can easily calculate the loss recoverable amount. Now reinsured amount, you know, it is how much? You calculated in the first slide, this one, 80 lakhs.
80
lakhs.
lakhs.
Yes. Then total sum insured. What was the total sum insured here? How do you know? 4 crore, it is given already there in the sum. Okay. Okay. Otherwise, you will get confused. You don't take 80 lakhs plus 10 lakhs, 90 lakhs. No. Take a sum assured, it is given there. Okay. So 80 lakhs divided by 4 crore multiplied by the loss amount, which is 20 lakhs, and your answer will come 4 lakh. How many of you answered correctly 4 lakh? I think the answer was different from your side, right? Answer is 4 lakh because we have to consider the entire sum insured, not only retention and lines cession. Okay, entire sum insured we have to take. So reinsured amount divided by total sum assured multiplied by the loss amount. On that basis, we have to calculate. Yes. Any doubt
this
here?
formula is for all proportional treaties, no?
Sir, to
Yes.
simplify, we can
Correct. Yeah.
to simplify the formula, we can just say it is in the same ratio as the sum insured is shared. The loss is shared in the
Correct.
same ratio.
Correct. Correct.
Excess
But why I
surplus
have
is the part of
particularly
proportional
mentioned this
insurance.
formula, which you will not find, it is made by me only. You will not find this formula in this your book also. Why I have given this? Because sometimes you get confused between, you will say that what is a retention? Retention is 10 lakhs. What is a session? Session is 80 lakhs. So you can do is 1:8 ratio. That should not happen. That's why I particularly mentioned the formula. If you can understand that way, it is good. Answer should be correct. That's why either you go by anyway. Yes.
So then
Yes.
here the insurer is bearing more than.
Correct. That is also correct. That is also either he is bearing more or he is doing it facultative or any other treaty. But now if it is not mentioned, we will think that it is beared by the insurance company, so that sometimes they can also ask you what is a reinsured share of loss, okay, or how much loss will be beared by the reinsured is nothing but the insurance company. So now here is, you say, although its retention is 20 lakhs, but so much of the amount was uninsured, he is bearing 16 lakhs. How we arrived at 16 lakhs? Total loss minus the loss recoverable from the reinsurer. So 16 lakhs is payable by the insurance company. I suppose all the doubts are clear here. And if any question is coming on this, I'm quite sure that 2 to 3 questions will definitely come on this problem. Maybe they can ask you the retention, what is the retention? They can ask you the session, they can ask you the premium, they can ask you the loss recoverable from the reinsurer, or they can ask you the loss payable by the reinsured. Likewise, anything if they are asking, I suppose in this question everything is covered. If there is any doubt, you can ask here itself. Otherwise, I will move forward. Is any doubt now?
Sir, can you explain it in simplified the formula, like to remember?
Formula is like reinsurer's share divided by total share. What is the total and multiplied by the loss? That is a simple thing. Reinsured share, session divided by total SI. Yes.
This formula is also used in the other insurance scheme where the under insurance is applicable. That we need to divide it by the sum insured. Yeah. Likewise, because a fair part of the insurance is this much only. 80.
Correct. It is.
But in the Sir, but in that actually he's thinking that only 10 lakhs he can retain and others is to be reinsured. Then how come this formula he's bearing more, right?
Ma'am, if the sum insured is not insured with any other reinsurer, it is revert back to the insurance company only, insurer only. So loss will be shared by him only if he has not arranged another reinsurance.
Okay. You are explaining correctly, sir. But just to simplify, let me go back to that example where I asked you 6 lakh, 5 lines of 6 lakhs each. Do you remember that? I asked that one. In that, I told you sum assured is 50 lakhs.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You remember that?
Yes, sir.
In that, what is the share of the insurance company? You tell me.
5 lakhs.
5 lakhs is the share of the insurance company?
6 lakhs.
No, 6 lakhs was there, sir. And 5 lakhs.
6 lakhs.
6 lakhs.
Yeah.
5 lakh TT. So insurance company share only 6 lakhs there. Again, rewind.
20 lakh.
Yeah. Uninsured again coming back. 20 lakhs, not 6 lakhs. So now you are thinking of 6 lakhs only. Think about 20 lakhs. Then only you will understand how. Understood, na?
Okay,
sir. So in this particular example, what happened here? Retention is 10 lakhs, but lines are 8. That means 80 lakhs is seeded, and so remaining 80 plus 10, 90 is there. 3 lakh 10,000 is uninsured. So that 3 lakh 3 crore 10 lakhs is uninsured. So 310 again come back to the insurance company. So insurance company share becomes 310 plus 10, 320. Now you apply this same formula for that 320 divided by 4 crore into 20 lakhs. Then also you'll get the same answer.
Okay.
I hope it is clear now.
Yes.
Is it clear?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, good. Okay. So if you go through this one and if you do practice this one, so definitely 3-4 question will come from this itself. Now another one is there, a similar question is there. I'm not repeating because I explained the previous one. Just it is for your practice. You can do it. Similar question is there. Just remember the thing they ask you whether a direct insurer share. They can ask you insurance company share. Whether they can ask you reinsured share. What is the reinsured share? If they ask you reinsured share, what does it mean?
Insurer share.
Yes, reinsured is nothing but an insurance company, insurer share. So just read it carefully what they are asking, okay, and don't get confused. Otherwise, I hope now you can easily solve it, but you read question also carefully. Okay. Next, now what are the difference between these two? Although both are the proportional treaties or proportional types of reinsurance, but there is a difference between two. What is that? First, quota share is denoted or expressed in terms of percentage, while surplus treaty is expressed in terms of amount. Quota share, every risk has to be insured. Okay, we do not have the choice. Or maybe see, suppose I will give you the example like say there is a risk of 100 crore. Now, if quota share suggests that 25% of each and every risk will be retained and 75% will be transferred. So if it's 100 crore, then 25-75 will be there. Even if it is 1 lakh, then also in 1 lakh also we will keep only 25,000, 75,000 will be transferred, because quota share each and every risk will be needs to be reinsured. But in surplus treaty it will not happen. Some surplus treaty, we have seen that example again. I'm going backwards to that example, like 5 lines of 6 lakhs each. In that, if sum assured is 5 lakh, then what will be the cession?
Nil. Zero.
Nil. So in surplus treaty, sum assured less than line, no reinsurance arrangement will be there. Okay.
Sir, a
If
small
sum assured
doubt,
is less
sir.
than,
A small
yes.
doubt, sir.
Yeah, please.
We are talking about the retention.
Correct.
Will there be any contract without retention? I mean, 100% can be placed?
No. I will. I was. I would like to point you towards fronting. Fronting. What does fronting mean? Can anybody tell me?
Fronting.
Repeat,
There
sir.
can be question on fronting also. What is the fronting?
Fronting are
Where
those
insurer
companies
doesn't
which
retain
have
anything
good
and reinsure everything, the entire portfolio or entire risk.
Correct. As sir asked me that question, this is the simple definition of a fronting. Correct. As you also said, madam. Actually, it is a kind of a fronting means what? You are ensuring a risk just for the purpose of transferring it to the another insurance or insurance company. So here, why it is done? Suppose it may happen sometimes some unlicensed companies are there who cannot underwrite. So for them, we are underwriting and transferring the risk. So that, see, suppose we are underwriting risk, say for we are underwriting risk say for 10 lakhs and seeding it for 9 lakhs. So indirectly we are getting 1 lakh rupees. So this is called a fronting. We just transfer everything. We are not keeping anything with us. Okay. So, but as per IRDA guidelines, fronting is prohibited. Fronting is specifically not. I suppose your doubt is clear, sir. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Please wait for a minute.
Can anybody please explain this again? The fronting part I missed actually.
An insurance company cannot reinsure everything what is insuring. what the insured this some insured he cannot totally reinsure to the any reinsurance company. 100% of the 100% cannot be reinsured.
Can I append
Why,
on that?
like
Can
this
I,
concept?
can I,
Why, in which
can I append on that?
context?
Yeah. For example,
In reinsurance
there is a
standpoint,
reinsurer who can accept. Generally, this fronting will be.
there is a case.
Yeah, generally the fronting will be in the financial lines. There is a reinsurance who can take 100% risk. And the ceding insurer is not having support, is not having capacity to take that. In those cases, the ceding insurance is act like an intermediary to place with the international reinsurer.
Right.
And then a small percentage of premium will be retained at the ceding insurance as a brokerage or ceding commission. So whatever the risk happens, the 100% will be recovered from the reinsurer. And it's like a broker or agent. That's all.
Is this clear, or shall I explain it, or
Clear,
shall I
sir.
move forward?
Clear.
Fronting is clear, no? Okay.
The voice is very low that time, sir. Can you please explain again?
Yeah, in simple words, you can say that see, suppose first I will tell you the situation why it can happen. See, to underwrite any business in Indian market, they should have the license from the IRD. Sometimes what happens, some unregistered company can come into picture, but they cannot directly accept the risk as they are not registered. So what they can do, they can underwrite the risk through any registered insurance company. Okay. Now, when this is done, now what that company does, that insurance company, they underwrite the risk. How they underwrite the risk? What they do, they are underwriting the risk and transferring entire amount underwritten to the reinsurance company. And if they are transferring, the rate will be lower than whatever they are underwriting. So they are indirectly getting the profit. So suppose, say they are underwriting a risk of say 1 crore at 1%. Okay. So if they are underwriting it at 1%, they are getting a premium of 1 lakh. But they are reinsuring this risk entire 1 crore at say 80,000 or 90,000. So indirectly they are getting 10,000 or 20,000 buffer at their hand. Suppose in case of there is a loss, they will recover everything from the reinsurer because 100% is placed with the insurance company. That means in any case, that insurance company will be in a profit because they have placed everything and they are getting benefit from this contract. So here insurance company is benefited because they are getting the margin in it, and also that reinsurance company is benefited because they were disallowed in the market to underwrite, but they are getting the business. I suppose this is clear now. Is it clear how this
Yes,
this
sir.
is going on?
Clear, sir. Clear. Yes.
Yeah, but in Indian market it is disallowed. IRDA banned the or prohibited the fronting. Okay, is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Now going forward. Okay. So that was the second one. Now next one is a bad risk and good risk. Quota share for quota share is good for the bad risk because each and every risk is transferring. So for each and every risk we can recover. But for the good risk, surplus treaty is better because most of the risk can be retained by us. Then quota share is for the heterogeneous group. Various homogeneous is for if there is a homogeneous group. Heterogeneous means independent group, and independent group. Then surplus treaty is followed. Now non-proportional treaties. Proportional treaties are done. Now we are going for the non-proportional treaties, which is also called an excess of loss treaties. Now these treaties are not related to the sum insured. This is related with the claims. Proportional treaties are related with the with what? sum insured, because losses, premium, everything is shared on the basis and the proportion of the sum insured. But in non-proportional treaties, it is based on the claims or the losses, because the things are shared on that basis, because it is a non-proportional one. Now it is come into picture when their loss or claims arrives only, and these are not related to original premium. So see, in proportionalities, we have seen that even you have calculated also 2% of the premium, whatever sum insured was with the reinsurer, that much you just applied the same rate with the reinsurer share, then you arrived at the premium. But that is not the case in the non-proportional treaties, because we are not sharing the sum insured, we are sharing here the losses. So on that basis, it is there, and calculation of premium is very tricky, very it is not such a simple as a proportional treaties. Now in excess of loss treaties, there can be a, under excess of loss contract, the reinsurer agrees to indemnify a reinsured for losses that exceed the specified monetary amount identified the reinsured. Such amount is called as a deductible, excess, priority, underlying, or layer. These all are nothing but the same. The amount means the part of the loss, we can say, not the amount or a sum insured. It is a part of the loss which is kept by the insurance company at their book, is called as a excess, then priority, underlying, layer. This is the limit of the losses which will be beared by the insurance company, and beyond that point, nothing will be paid by the reinsurance company. So understand the difference. Their retention was there, but retention was in terms of sum insured. But here, as a sum insured is not applicable for the excess of loss or the non-proportional treaties. So here it is based on the losses basis, and that part of the loss which will be beared by the insurance company, that is called as a deductible or excess or priority or under. It is just like our you can say our insurance contract. In that also, see, up to the excess limit, it is beared by the insured. Okay, and if loss is beyond that, then only the insurance company pays. Accordingly, here also up to that point, insurance company bears, and beyond that, reinsurance company pays. I hope by this comparison you can easily understand this. Now there can be a contract like, say, agreed limit 10 lakhs with deductible of 5 lakhs, with that will be expressed XS. This term you will find they can ask you what is the full form of XS. XS is nothing but excess of. It is an excess of. So 10 lakhs excess of 5 lakhs. Now tell me, if this is an arrangement and there is a loss of 3 lakhs, how much we will recover from the reinsurance company?
Nil.
Nil. Everything is retained.
Yeah. Now here not a retained, we can say everything will be bear by the insurance company, because it is a loss amount. Okay, everything will be paid by the insurance company. Then if there is a loss of, say, 6 lakhs, then how much will we recover?
1 lakh.
1 lakh.
1 lakh.
If there is a loss of 8 lakhs, then
3 lakhs.
3 lakhs.
3 lakhs. Okay. If there is a loss of 25 lakhs, then
10 lakhs.
10 lakhs.
20
lakhs. Correct.
10
correct.
lakhs.
Correct. Because although the loss is 20 lakhs more than the deductible point or excess point or a priority point, but the limit given is 10 lakhs only. So again, the same thing is coming here. We should know the reinsurer will not pay beyond what is a specified limit there. Okay, so they will pay the 10 lakhs only. So in this case, suppose if the loss is of 50 lakhs, how much will reinsurance company, reinsured will pay?
10 lakhs.
40 lakhs.
40 lakhs. 40 lakhs.
Correct. First 5 lakhs will be paid by the insurance company. Then 10 lakh will be paid by the reinsurance company. And the remaining 35 again come back to the reinsured, which is the insurance company, because there is no further arrangement. If it is a faculty, then it will be paid. But we assume that there is no arrangement. So likewise, there some examples are given. I hope it will be clear how to do this one. Okay, going forward. I suppose some mic is on. If you want to ask question, you can ask, or mute your mic, please.
Sir, here what is the cover limit, sir?
Cover is see, this will be 5 plus 10, 15. It is like that only, 15 lakhs. Cover will always be retention plus reinsurance session. So that will be this one. Okay, 15 lakhs will be the cover here. Okay, so I suppose as I explained here and you answered correctly, this is clear to all of you. Okay, going further. Now, in excess of loss, there are various types. First, we are looking to the risk excess of loss. Now, what is risk excess of loss? Risk excess of loss means the transferring the part of insurance, transferring the losses in each and every risk if the loss exceeds the particular limit. Say there can be a excess of loss treaty 5 lakhs excess of 1 lakhs. That means if anything goes beyond 1 lakhs, then the remaining amount up to the 5 lakhs will be paid by the reinsurance company for each and every risk in which it is happening. So it is for each risk. So each risk is evaluated separately and paid by the reinsurance company. Here just actually one arrangement was given. It is not helpful for you for the examination purpose, but just for the exam, the practical. Only thing is here which is helpful to you is that net retention and gross retention. Now sometimes what happens, see, you are having a surplus treaty. Okay, now for the surplus treaty it is required that reinsurer is telling you that you should have a 30 crore as a line, then only I will accept. You should keep 30 crores with you, then only I will give you the insurance coverages. Now insurance company don't have that much of capacity to bear that 30 crores. So they can, what can they do? They can protect their net retention by risk excess of loss. So what they can do, they can have a 20 crore excess of 10 crore. So here what is happening, 10 crore is a deductible, means up to the 10 crore is payable by the insurance company. After that 20 crore will be paid by the risk excess of loss treaty, and then it becomes 30 crore, and after that whatever is there then will be paid by the surplus treaty. So net retention can sometimes be protected by the risk excess of loss. That they can ask you which of the following type of reinsurance can cover net retention in a surplus treaty. So risk excess of loss is the answer for that. I suppose it is clear why it is required, how it is protected. Is it clear or any doubt in that? Shall I move forward?
Clear, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, next one is
repeat again. Risk excess of loss.
Risk excess of loss is nothing but a transfer of losses for each and every risk. I will again. I'm taking one example when that catastrophic excess of loss is there. So I advise that you ask me the question after I give that example. If after that also your question is unanswered, then you ask me again. Okay. First, let me give that example. Sure. Yeah. So now here we are going catastrophic excess of loss. There can be a question in which of the following reinsurance contract 2 risk warranty is there. Can anybody tell me in which 2 risk warranty is there?
Cat excess of loss.
Cat loss. Cat
excess of loss, or per event excess of loss, or catastrophic excess of loss. Because that there is a requirement of at least 2 losses should be there in one particular event. Then only cat excess of loss will come into picture. Otherwise, same will be covered under a risk excess of loss. Now it is applicable for the cyclone, floods, earthquake, right? Because there in such a situation there can be losses for more than one risk. Okay, here several small losses are involved. So here when we keep the retention limit, then that will be combined retention limit. So for deciding that, we keep it combined together for all the losses. We decide if in such a particular situation, how many losses can be there, what can be the total loss, and in that how much we can bear, that accordingly we can keep a combined retention limit. Now this example I have prepared to clarify better the per risk and catastrophic loss. After that, if you have doubt, you can ask. So there are 5 losses. I suppose there was a earthquake at a particular location. 5 buildings were there. In that 5 buildings, there were losses. To one building, it is of 1 crore. To second building, it was of 2 crore. To third building, it was of 3 crore. Likewise, 5 buildings are having 5 different losses. Now total loss is 15 crore. Now if it is a per risk excess of loss, say suppose there is a per risk contract, 5 crore excess of 3 crore. Now what will happen per risk? What does per risk suggest? Can we see entire 15 crore together as per risk contract? Can we do that? What does per risk?
No, sir.
It is
We
per
should,
risk.
yes, per risk. So we should see each and every risk separately. Now we have to check how many of the losses are going beyond the retention, which beyond the, not a retention here, we can say beyond the excess. 3 crore is the excess.
3 crores.
Okay. Yeah. So in first case, what is recoverable from reinsurer? In 1 crore, how much is recoverable from? Nil.
Up
From
to 3
2 crore,
crores,
how much is
zero.
recoverable? Up to 3 crore, it is a
No recovery up to
from
3 crores.
Yes. In 4 crore, how much is recoverable?
1 crore.
1 crore.
1 crore.
And
And
5
in
crore,
5 crore,
it
how
is
much is
2 crore.
recoverable?
2
2 crore.
2 crores.
So see here, we are recovering 3 crore out of that 15 crore as per this risk excess of loss. I hope now risk excess of loss is clear here.
Yes.
Okay. Now suppose instead of risk excess of loss, this can be a per event or catastrophic excess of loss, because now in this 2 risk warranty is satisfied or not? Is it satisfied, 2 risk warranty?
Yes.
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 More
Because
than
more than 1 losses.
Yes.
Not more. Sometimes there can be a question in this one 2 risk warranty. Which of the following is correct? In 2 risk warranty, there should be more than 1 loss. There should be more than 2 losses. There should be more than 3 losses. There should be more than 4 losses. What should be the answer?
Here there
More
is
than 1 loss.
More than 1 loss. Sometimes we get confused. We just write it. Yeah, 2 loss warranty. So more than 2 losses. No, more than 1 loss. Okay, because 2 or more losses should be there. Okay. So going forward, here 5 losses are there. So 2 loss warranty is satisfied. So now suppose 10 crore excess of 7 crore. So 7 crore is excess. So
15 crores. 8 crores.
So shall we apply this to the to each and every risk, the 7 crore?
Also.
No.
We will
It is
apply it
total per
on the
event.
total loss. Yes.
Yes.
Total loss is how much?
7 crores.
15 crores.
15 crore. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is coming 15 crore. Total loss is 15 crore. In 15 crore, 7 crore is paid by whom?
Insurer.
Insurer. So remaining
And
8 crore
insurer
will be paid by
balance 8 crores.
Yes. I suppose now risk excess loss and catastrophic excess loss is very much clear. Is it? Any doubt in this too?
No.
Yeah.
Sir, in cat excess of loss, it is mandatory that 2 losses to be account. That the more than 1 losses is required to. Then only
Yes.
cat,
That's why I told
cat
you.
excess of loss will attract.
Yes.
Then only this cat excess of loss will attract.
Correct. That's why 2 risk warranty is there. 2 risk warranty is there. There can be a question on 2 risk warranty also. That's why I just explained. 2 risk warranty is there. That should be satisfied. Even if suppose there is an earthquake. Okay. Even earthquake is bigger one. But all other risks are survived and only lost to the one property. Then also even earthquake is a catastrophe. But still cat excess of loss will not pay because there is a warranty of a 2 risk. Okay.
Understood.
Now next one is a stop loss reinsurance. What is a stop loss reinsurance? Here reinsurer shall pay if losses exceed certain percentage of claim of a particular portfolio of a premium That is a GNPI. GNPI I will explain later. In high frequency and low severity, sometimes there can be a question: stop loss reinsurance is followed in which of the following case? Low frequency, low severity, high frequency, high severity, high frequency, low severity, high frequency. So just understand, stop loss reinsurance is take care of a high frequency but a low severity. I already explained frequency and severity. I suppose there is no further explanation required. Okay. Will you remember this? High frequency and low severity for stop loss reinsurance?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, in this stop loss cover, usually taken for the specific line of business, like say health portfolio, aviation, or liability. This cover has an attachment point over which losses are paid and only up to a certain limit. So again here, see, we say that suppose like here 110% losses is a excess point, and 140 up from 110 to 140% losses will be paid by the reinsurance company. So here, if we we write in terms of excess, how will you write it? How will you write it?
140%.
Yes,
excess
correct.
of 110%.
Correct. 140% excess of 110. So the losses between 110 to 140 ICR will be gone to the reinsurance company. Now, how it works? Just see. There can be given two things here. More than this, one is a premium and another is a claim amount. This is to ascertain the loss percentage. Now, premium is 100 crores. Claim amount is 150 crores. So, what is the loss ratio?
150%.
150% is the loss ratio, correct? Now, what we are saying, right. What is our excess point or deductible is how much in this contract? 110. 110. So 110%, that is 110 crores will be paid by the insurance company first, and then remaining, how much will be paid by the insurance company?
30 crores.
30
crores. But losses of 150 crores, no?
10 crores will be reversed.
Limit is 140 crores.
Correct, because limit is 140 crores. So 30 crores will be paid by the insurance company, and then again balance will come back to the insurer. That is 10. So sure. Here total losses paid by the insurance company is 120 crore, and recovered from the reinsurer is a 30 crores. I hope it is quite clear.
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir. Clear.
Yeah. Now, I told you, GNPI. GNPI is a gross net premium income. Sometimes for 1 to 2, they can ask the full form of this. Now here in GNPI, there is a formula: gross premium received less premium returns. What are the premium returns? Tell me, what is the premium returns? What do you mean?
Cancellation policies.
Cancellation is another thing that is also we deduct. Premium returns means sometimes suppose there can be a declaration policy. So at the end of the policy, we are refunding back. That is a premium returns. Okay. Then cancellations. Cancellation is directly cancel of the contract. Then premium on excluded risk. What does it mean? Premium on excluded. Which are the excluded risk? What do you mean by excluded risk?
Not covered in the treaty.
Correct. The risk which is not covered in the treaty, if we underwrite any contract which is not covered under the treaty, we will deduct that amount also, because as we are not getting any losses for that, so we will not pay the premium for that also. So that is one thing. And next one is a premium on the reinsurance. Premium on the reinsurance is what? Suppose maybe sometimes for the surplus treaty or any other treaty we are paying again, because we are covering loss, recovering losses from other insurer. For that also we are paying some premium. So that is also a premium on the reinsurance, that also deduct. So all these four things we are deducting from gross premium received. Then we'll get to we will come to the what is the GNPI. Now some examples are there. Now you tell me what is the retention and what is the share of the reinsurer. Okay, there is a case of reinsurer agrees to cover losses to the extent of 90% or reinsured's net retained loss of 80%, subject to maximum of a 130%. Now, what does it mean by the cover the losses to the extent of 90%? What do you understand?
Coinsurance. Coinsurance.
remaining amounts 90% of reinsured amount. If exceed of 80%, for example, to 20%, then 18% will be reinsured.
Right, right. Okay. Now, in terms of XS, how do you write this? %90 losses of 130% excess of 80%. So, if suppose losses of 100, okay, 100% loss is there, then what will happen? Our what is our underlying limit? What is underlying limit here?
80%.
80%. So will that remaining 20% be paid by the reinsurance company?
No.
No.
80%.
No. Then how much will be paid by the insurance company?
18%.
Correct. How that 80% came? 90% of that 20%. So 90% of 20% is 80%, 18%. Okay. Now I suppose it is quite clear. Now tell me, in 2007, how much will be the retention? Or how much will be? How much will insurance company will pay? How much reinsurer?
Nil. Nil. Reinsurer nil.
Okay, you just tell me by how much will be reinsurer will pay. And both you say 68
nil.
0. You can see like that 68 and 0. In 2008
Reinsurer 0.
0.
0 means 72 0. In 2009
80.
0.
80.
And
It's 2009. Okay, sorry, I missed.
4.5%.
Reinsurer 5%.
4.5%.
4.5.
Reinsurer 4%. Then
It's the 5.
then insurer.
It's a 5. 90% of 5%.
Insurer
80.5 and 4.5.
Yes. So 80.5 and 4.5. In 2010
18%.
82 and 18.
80,
18%.
82 and 18.
82 and
18%
18.
reinsurer.
Correct. So then
18.
Yeah, 82 and 18. 18. Okay. In 2011
85 and 45.
45. 80 and 45. 85 and 45.
85 and 45. Okay. In 2012
45 and 105. Like 105 and 45.
Yes,
and
105 and
45.
45. Because the maximum limit is 130. So only up to 50% losses, 80 to 50. So maximum they can pay 45% only, because 50% is the limit and 90% of that is 45. So they will not pay more than 45%. So here, as you correctly said, 105 and 45. Okay. Moving forward. So these are the answer here. Okay. Here actually I have given it in two parts: insured retention and insured additional retention. So that two together can come. So even understanding is will be simple here. Is it clear now? Yes.
Can you explain? Can you explain that 90% it is in stop loss every time it is like that only, or this is just an example you are given? Every time
just an example. Just an example. If it is mentioned in the question, then only you will apply. If not mentioned, then we'll take total whatever in excess of the underlying limit or deductible. If it is mentioned, then only we are taking. Okay.
In simple words,
sometimes it can be 85 also. Sometimes there can be 95. Can you tell me what could be the reason of that? What could
it
be
is
the
simple
reason?
excess, is it? Like they're keeping an excess type, is it? On their
sometimes they can keep it simple also. Sometimes they can give you like this also. Like
meaning 90% of over reinsured net retention means it's an excess they are keeping to themselves. Like
no, what I'm telling you. See, those who are understood, can you tell me what is the reason for applying this 90% limit, not the 100% is covered by the reinsurance company?
Sometimes the reinsurers are a bit cautious. They
Or prudent underwriting by the
insurer. Reinsurance wants some of underwriting precautions to the insured. Then that times this excess that condition they will put. Stop loss.
To take care of moral hazard of insurance companies.
Right, correct. It is possible that there can be a moral hazard by the insurance company, or see what happens now here. Your limit is given. Underlying limit is suppose say 80%. Okay.
Yeah.
What happens? Suppose your claim reaches 80%. You say that yeah, up to 80% you will take care to control the losses. Once is triggered 80%, it is crossed 80%. What will happen? Now insurance company will think of that anyway, now my 80% limit is crossed. Now if anything is coming, I will be recovering it from the insurance company. So insurance company will not take care. Okay, they will not take care to control the losses or to minimize the losses, or as sir said, there can be a moral hazard too. So to avoid that, insurance company keep that control by keeping that 90%, like we keep in GMC policies, we keep copay of say 10%, 5%, so that losses can be controlled. So to control these losses, reinsurer keep us this control, and by which then the insurance company, what insurance company will think then? No, although 80% crossed, but in each and every loss I need to suffer 10%. So then again they will control the losses. So there will be no more losses to the insurance company. I suppose it is clear now. Is
Yes,
it clear?
sir. Thank you.
Huh? Okay. For numericals, any explanation required, or numericals is also clear?
Clear, sir.
Please.
Just explain, sir, how it will be written, sir, once again. 90% of
in exam they will not write likewise, but if we want to write, we'll write 90% losses of 130% excess of 80%. It will be likewise, but they will write this like this only. Okay, they will not write they will write reinsurer agrees to cover losses to the extent of 90% or reinsurers net return loss of 80% subject to maximum 130%. They will write like this only. Okay, so these are the thing. Okay, now one example is there for the stop loss. GNPI is given, incurred claims are given, stop loss state is 65% and above. I see in this particular example, as madam said, asked me whether they will give it or not. In this particular example, that is not given. So directly whatever over and above 65%, that should be the answer. Here it is there, as we have taken many examples. So now I'm not covering this one. This is for your practice. Answer is also given in the PPTs. Okay, so you can see this one, because all this is covered. GNPI is given, loss is given. Only thing is that you have to calculate the loss percentage here. 4,500 divided by 5,000 into 100. That you can do, na? If premium and loss is given, you can calculate the loss percentage. Can you do that? Or shall I explain that? I suppose it is quite simple mathematical calculation. Is it clear to everyone, or shall I?
Don't worry.
Yeah, you'll do, na? Okay. Going forward. Now next one is the aggregate excess of loss cover. Now aggregate excess of loss is similar to stop loss only, but here what is there? It is applicable to a specific risk. For example, all categories and risk events combined, property risk above INR 20 crores can be applicable to insurer's whole book of accounts covering all LOBs. So can you tell me what is the basic difference? Although the lines of business and all these things are there, but what is the basic difference between stop loss and aggregate excess of loss cover?
Percentage and in amount.
Aggregate excess of loss covering all the business of the insured.
Aggregate, yes. Aggregate is covering all the business. Yes, they can take that. And secondly, stop loss, as you only told that stop loss is denoted in terms of percentage, but this is termed in terms of the amount. Okay, that is the difference. Now pool we have already discussed. Do you require any explanation on pool? Here what we do, we whatever premiums are there will be shared by we combined together, and then risk are shared accordingly. So like for the terrorism, nuclear and marine hull pool, I suppose the concepts are quite clear.
So will it be specific fixed percentage or flexible?
like whatever we are sharing accordingly, whatever we are putting in the pool, accordingly as per our share only. There is a some arrangement like agreement by the administrator, which is the JIC, like how much will be there. There are so many things. If you go deeper now, there are things even there. Even they are taking administrative fee also, JIC and all this. This will go deeper. They will not ask this one. Just they will ask you the pool, how it is formed, which kind of pool, what is the meaning of pool. That only they will ask you.
Also,
So
there is
here,
a question that fixed percentage, is it fixed percentage that the companies are giving in the pool, or it's flexi? It's such kind of question is there.
no, in pool, entire premium will go in the pool. If it is a pool, like a terrorism pool. Now, terrorism
100%
premium,
will go.
yes, yes. Terrorism, for terrorism, whatever terrorism premium we are taking, we are not keeping anything with us. We are, the entire premium is going to the terrorism pool. Likewise, motor TP pool. So, there we are not keeping anything with us. Entire premium will go. Okay, 100%, like if for your answer.
TP pool is there, sir? Motor TP pool?
Yes.
Motor TP pool is also there, sir?
No, it is dismantled. So I think now IRDA has dismantled motor TP pool. I think 3-4 years back, so something. Motor TP pool is dismantled. Now
Okay.
declined risk pool is there instead of that motor TP pool. Declined risk is there. So suppose the declined risk is there, so that then for the pool purpose we can underwrite that. Okay. Now risk
Can you say
attaching
something about
basis
the declined
and loss attaching basis? Yes, sir.
declined risk pool? Something. What is that?
Declined risk for motor only. Sometimes we do not underwrite the bad risk. So for that, as per the this one, we should insured should get cover. So for declined risk, we can underwrite, and then that will go to the declined risk premium. Like so, it will not be on their book, no. Okay, then next is a loss attaching basis and risk attaching basis. These two factors are there. Now, risk attaching basis. What is the risk attaching basis and what is loss attaching basis? I will explain it with the help of one example. Like, suppose particular financial period period is there, and for the particular financial period, say suppose last financial year I am taking 22-23. In financial year 22-23, we have underwritten a particular loss, and we are having a reinsurance support for that with say Swiss Re. Okay. Now in 23-24, what happened? Actually, we could not make contract with the Swiss Re. So in this year, current year, we made contract with the Munich Re. Okay. Now there are two different contracts for two different financial year for a particular risk only. So now what happened? I have underwritten a particular risk, say on 1st January 2023. Now, is this risk will come in 2023 or 23-24 financial year? 1st Jan 2023?
22-23.
22-23.
Sir,
Okay.
please repeat
Now,
the date.
You just understand the financial year. Financial year 22-23, that means 1st April to 31st March. Na? And 23-24. 22-23, we are having contract with the Swiss Re. 23-24, we are having contract with the Munich Re. Now what happened? On 1st January, I have underwritten a particular risk. And now you know that although I have underwritten a particular risk on 1st January, the risk will expire on which date?
31st March 23.
But 31st December 2023.
31st December 23. Correct? Okay. So in between, at any time, the loss can occur. Likewise, loss occurred on today's date. Now, what is the day today? It is the 4th of June 2023. Correct? Now, we have underwritten a risk when there was a contract with the Swiss Re, but loss occurred when there is a contract with the Munich Re. Now, tell me who will pay? Swiss Re will pay or Munich Re will pay?
Swiss Re. Swiss Re.
If it is on risk attaching basis, it
Munich
will
Re.
be paid by the Munich Re, the later one.
Correct. So here for that only risk attaching and loss attaching basis is coming. See, what does risk attaching basis is saying that whenever loss occurs, the losses will be paid according to underwriting period. So loss was underwritten in the period of Swiss Re. So Swiss Re will pay although the contract is over, because it is a risk attaching basis. Is risk attaching basis clear? Is risk attaching basis clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now suppose if this is a loss attaching basis. Now loss attaching basis was, what does it say? Whenever risk is underwritten, but if claim occurs in the treaty period, then loss is payable. So if it is a loss attaching basis, who will pay?
Munich Re.
Munich Re.
I suppose it is quite clear now. What is the risk attaching basis and what is the loss attaching basis?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So risk attaching basis is based on the underwriting, and loss attaching basis is based on the what?
Claims.
Right?
Claims.
Now risk attaching basis is applicable for the surplus and quota share. That means proportional treaties. But loss attaching basis is applicable for the excess
Claims.
of loss or stop loss treaties. So it's not non-proportional. Okay. That premium claims we have discussed, but the type of reinsurance I'm telling, risk attaching basis is for surplus and quota share, that is a proportional one, and loss attaching basis is applicable for the loss, excess of loss or stop loss treaties. So it is clear now. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
now there can be another question. Other than that, what can be the question? If you see now, the question, don't get any doubt like that. If the premium, the risk was underwritten in the period of Swiss Re, we must have paid the premium to Swiss Re. Then why the Munich Re is paying the loss, if loss attaching basis?
It is a portfolio entry, sir.
Yes.
And portfolio withdrawal.
Correct.
Loss
There's a
entry
concept.
portfolio.
There are two concepts in this, which is a portfolio entry and portfolio withdrawal premium. Okay. So you write these two things: portfolio entry premium and portfolio withdrawal premium. What does portfolio first which will come first? Entry will come or withdrawal will come?
Withdrawal.
Portfolio withdrawal premium. Now, who will take premium from whom? Particularly just
give the premium to insurer. Portfolio withdrawal.
So in this particular case, just I have given the example of a Swiss Re and Munich Re.
Swiss Re.
Right. So Swiss Re will pay to the New India. Suppose if New India has an agreement with the Swiss Re and Munich Re in this financial year, and now portfolio entry premium will be paid to whom by whom?
New India will pay to Munich Re.
Correct.
India will pay to Munich.
Insurer will pay to the reinsurance company. Okay. Now, further to that, in detail, they can ask you debit credit. So now, in case of portfolio withdrawal premium, whose account will be debited and whose account will be credited?
Swiss
will be debited and
yes, Swiss Re's account is debited and New India's account is credited. They will give you the option. So there your answer would be reinsurer's account would be, or if in particular they will ask that expiring reinsurer. Okay, expiring reinsurer's account will be debited and insurer's account will be credited. Okay. Suppose they will ask you for the portfolio entry premium, then
India's will be debited and due
entrant will be credited.
Correct. So here insurer's account will be debited, and upcoming or new reinsurer's account will be credited. I hope this is clear. This you note down, because it is not in the PPT, just whatever I just explained. Okay. And there, I think last year or last to last year, that there was a question on any of the scale on debit credit, something like. Okay. So that's why I clarified this. Okay.
And not
Going
cleared.
Not clear. You understood from whom we are taking, from to whom we are giving?
No, sir, I'm not getting.
Not getting. Risk attaching, loss attaching is clear.
Yeah. Yes.
That is clear. Okay. Now, in risk attach, in loss attaching basis particularly, yeah, this also you understand. In risk attaching basis, there will be no portfolio entry or portfolio withdrawal, because see, although contract is over, he is paying the losses, na. So remember that even this question can come in the risk attaching basis. Portfolio entry, portfolio withdrawal is not applicable. It is applicable for loss attaching basis only. In loss attaching basis, what is happening? That new reinsurer is paying the losses for which premium is paid to the earlier insurer. This much is clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right. So what happens if we are underwriting some risk which are not over, but contract is getting over? So as an insurer, what will we do? We will take back that part of the premium which is for which risk is unexpired. Okay, so that is portfolio withdrawal premium, which we are taking from the expiring reinsurer, and insurer will take back. Okay, now whatever we are taking, if that risk is again reinsured with the new reinsurer, that premium will pay to the new reinsurer. That is called as a portfolio entry premium. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
This now in debit credit, now you know that when, see, suppose we want to recover losses or premium from someone, then what we do, we debit their account. Now as in portfolio withdrawal, we are recovering the loss premium from the expiring insurer. That's why we'll debit the expiring insurer, so that the insurer's account will be credited. But in next case, what we are doing, we are transferring that premium, or paying, we need to transfer. So we are giving the credit to the new insurer. That's why new reinsurers account will be credited and insurer's account will be debited. I suppose this is clear. Yes.
This is portfolio entry, right?
Yes. Next one is a portfolio entry. Okay.
Okay,
Likewise,
it will be always through the insurer account, na, sir. Insurer will be the intermediary in the previous reinsurer and the next reinsurer.
Understand here no intermediary is there. These two are different contracts. So by portfolio withdrawal commission, first contract is terminated and the credit is taken by the insurance company. In next contract they are giving. So insurance company don't term them as a intermediary. They are serving
not as an intermediary, sir, but account.
For accounts
through
also,
that account only. Insurer account
these
will
two are different set of accounts. In that we will not mix up two accounts together. Whatever we are doing with the Swiss Re will not mix up with the Munich Re. There will be different calculation because contracts are different. This is not a continuation of the contract. This will be two different contracts. Okay, don't mix up that.
Both the reinsurance will not directly affect this portfolio entry exit, sir.
Sometimes
both
now, I'm going further now. What happened? Sometimes it may happen, whatever we are underwriting, whatever withdrawal premium we are taking, it is not necessary that we will reinsure everything again. Sometimes we may feel that, okay, out of this, again I can keep this much. So insurer can reinsure particular part of it. So they will not pay full premium to the new as a portfolio entry premium. They will give only that part for which they are again reinsuring. So that's why I have objection on the word intermediary. Insurance company is not a intermediary in this or this one through this one. These two are different contracts. Just we are terminating a particular contract and entering into another contract. So that maybe for that risk we are paying the premium. Whatever we are taking, maybe the part of it or full of it. That's it. Okay. So moving forward.
Here, portfolio
yes.
loss entry and portfolio loss withdrawal also same like portfolio premium entry and portfolio premium.
Correct. This is for the unexpired losses or for this one. So here again, the same thing is there. Nothing will change. For withdrawal, again, debit to the previous insurer, and this one for debit card will also be same. Portfolio withdrawal also will be the same. This will be the for the losses, and means the portfolio that will be why it will be there. There can be certain losses which are appeared but which are outstanding. Okay, here loss was not appeared because risk was unexpired. That's why we are taking portfolio premium or withdrawal. But in another case, as in this one, as madam asked me, there what happened, there may be some claim intimation. Loss is going on, but loss is not settled. Loss is outstanding. For that, we are taking this one. So the treatment will be same for both these things, or whether it's a premium or a claim. Okay. Now, factor affecting rate of XOL cover, excess of loss cover. First is level of excess deductible point. Okay. Now tell me the rate will be lower or higher. Okay. Sometimes they can be a question on ROR or ROL, rate of reinsurer or rate of line. Okay, they can give a particular ROR or ROL, and they will give you retention and the reinsurer share. So in that case, if they will ask you the premium, reinsurance premium, what we will do, we will apply that rate to the entire. Suppose say it is a 5 crore excess of 1 crore. So we will apply that rate to entire 6 crore, not to the 5 crore only. Just
so
to
in
remember.
In rate online, it will be applied like this.
If they are asking ROR or ROL, na, so total whatever insurance is providing total coverage up to the limit of the insurance, will apply on that and then we'll answer it. Okay, ROR or ROL, if any question is coming, then apply that rate to the total coverage up to what limit the coverage is given. Okay.
So what is ROR?
Rate of reinsurance or rate of line. This is a similar only. They're just the terms they are giving to apply for the premium calculations. Okay. Sometimes maybe I don't think so, but because it is not in book also. But just sometimes if getting tougher, then such kind of question may come. Otherwise, I'm also not expecting such a question.
So you said rate of reinsurance, right?
Yes, or rate of line, but it's nothing but the same. Just on whatever capacity, whatever limit is given, like 5 crore excess of 1 crore. So total is a 6 crore is a given. So on 6 crore we'll apply that one. Okay, just understand this one. Whatever total cover is given, on that we'll apply. That just you understand. Okay. Next is now factors affecting rate of XOL cover. Now what are the factors that affects it? Okay, you tell me whether rate will be lower or higher. Suppose excess is lower, then rate will be
high.
Correct. If limits and exposure to the reinsurer are more, low rate will be
higher.
If it is a class of business which is loss making, then rate will be
Higher.
If there are so many exclusions, rate will be
Lower.
If past treaty is profitable, rate will be
Lower.
Accordingly, there can be question. They make a statement on this. Then on this basis, rate will be lower or higher. So you have to identify which is the wrong statement. Okay. Now burning cost. What is the burning cost? What do you understand by the burning cost?
Equal to
have you followed this in our underwriting? Yes.
Equal to premium.
rate applied to calculate the premiums for
what
insurance.
capability we are being to in case of any loss, that there will be no extra amount to be paid.
Right.
This is
In
the
simple words,
cost.
we can say it is a break-even point,
yes,
at which losses equals to the premium.
Yes,
premium. Okay. So premium and losses are equal. So that is a burning point, burning cost point. Okay.
Otherwise,
so
it
now
is break-even point.
Yes, it is also called a break-even point. It is a break-even point only. On that basis only, burning cost concept is keep coming. So now, if you calculate the burning cost, what is the formula? Your losses divided by the GNPA. Now, in losses, which losses will you take for calculating the burning cost? Which losses will you take?
Paid losses
or
plus
Paid loss plus outstanding.
Correct. Paid and outstanding losses divided by the
Gross net
GNPA.
premium income.
Correct. So that is coming your burning cost. Likewise, I just given in the table already calculated. But suppose they are asking you pure burning cost. What is the difference between burning cost and a pure burning cost?
I think the acquisition cost, management
Acquisition cost involved in pure burning cost.
Correct. Suppose when
all your overhead expenses, acquisition cost, management expenses, etc. are coming under that.
Correct. So when we are taking a burning cost, then that time other things are not loaded. We are just thinking about the claims. But when we load for the acquisition cost, management expenses, catastrophic reserve, and other expenses likewise, so then what will happen? We will load these expenses. How much loading we should do?
Like 30%, 25%. It depends on the
correct
insurer.
Correct. Right. So 25% to 30% loading will be there. If 25% loading will be there, then how will we calculate it? How that loading will be done? First, we will divide it by that much. We will divide by. See, burning cost formula is that paid losses plus outstanding losses divided by TT period GNPA multiplied by 100. If we further multiplied by it 75, that means we have loaded 25%. If we have divided by 70%, that means we have loaded it by the 30%. I suppose it is clear now. If they are asking you the pure burning cost with the that loading percentage given. Suppose it is not given, then we assume it is a 30%. We load it 70. We'll divide it by 70. If otherwise than that is given, then you have to deduct it from the 100 and then divide by that number. Likewise, I said if 25 is there, then 100 minus 25 is 75. Okay.
70. 25 right. Will be there.
70. So most probably that will be 25 to 30 only if they will give. If not given, then we'll load it by 30% by dividing it by 70. Okay. Is it clear now? If so, understand whether they are asking burning cost or pure burning cost. In this is a difference. Now Pareto curves. Now why Pareto curves is there? Do you know what is the use of this Pareto curves?
That is also a concept of break-even point, that the maximum or minimum loss is there, what we can retain or what we can reinsure.
Okay. Pareto curves is nothing but the graphical interpretation or vision of the probability of claims occurrence. Okay.
Yes.
So that is graphical interpretation, and on that basis, what we do, we check it how much losses we need to be recoverable, or how much losses will the insurance company pay. So like in this example, if you see, yes, any doubt? If you have doubt, then only please on the mic, otherwise mute it. Okay, so here you see if 30% losses, the probability 56.8% losses comes up to the 30%, and for if you see here up to the 80%, 94.9%. So what is the use here? It is explained 50 crore excess of 30 crores cover. Okay.
एक साइड देख रही है.
Now, if they have given 50 crores excess of 30 crores, what does it mean? Up to the 30 crores losses, who will pay? Say suppose 100 crores is the sum insured. Okay. So 30 crores is nothing but a 30%. Okay. Up to 30%, who will pay? Who will pay?
Insurer.
Insurer.
Insurer will pay. And reinsurer will pay from where to where?
30 up from 30
80 crores.
above 30 to 50.
Above 30 to 50.
30 to 50?
80 crores.
80.
30 to 80. Correct. Yes. So
30
one,
to 80.
yes. So now what we check, up to the 30 means up to the insurance part, how many losses will come? That we see here. Up to the 30, 56.8% losses are occurring. So that is one thing. Then up to this point, the losses will be paid by insurance company. Now, what is the total losses that will be payable up to the what limit? So that is 80%. Up to 80%, if you see, up to 80%, 94.9% losses are occurring. So 94.9 up to 94.9% losses will be paid by the reinsurance company. Out of that, 56.8% losses will be paid by the insurance company.
Yes.
So actual exposure to the insurance company is how much? 38.1%. Okay. So if you want to calculate the premium, we'll apply the rate on that 38.1% of the sum insured. If suppose sum insured is 1 crore, then 38.1% is 38.1 lakhs.
1 lakh.
And okay. So that accordingly we will apply that rate. I suppose this is a clear. There will be not much of just understanding concepts. Just clarifying it, because in Pareto curve it is not. Yeah, if they will ask you, they will give you 3 figures. They will give the losses of 30%, 50%, and 80%. You forget 50, you take 30 and 80 means the total limit and the insurance deductible that you have to take. For the confusing part, they can give you 50% also, as it is a 50 excess of 30. So just understand, just apply your mind, don't use that 50s. This is just to confuse you. Just use 30 and 80, then you can easily understand. Otherwise, this is a very easier one. Okay. Next one is a MDP. What is the full form of MDP?
Minimum deposit premium.
Right. Minimum deposit premium. For what it is a minimum deposit premium?
For non-proportional treaty.
Okay. Why it is minimum deposit? Why we are not taking full premium?
We do not have the
because we do not have any idea
about losses, future
about
losses.
how much premium we take and non
estimated losses are considered.
We are well aware of the sum assured, but not the losses, isn't it?
Particularly for the new projects, newer line of business.
Even although it is a new project or a older one also. For older one also, maybe last year it could be a 40%, next year it can be 60%.
Yes, fluctuation of losses.
Yes, there can be change in the situation. Na? Maybe there can be a catastrophic event in that particular year.
Absolutely.
Okay. In proportional, what happened? It was very much dependent on the sum insured, which we were aware of. But here we are not aware what would be the losses. So what we do, we estimate the losses, and on that basis, we apply certain rate on that losses, and out of that particular minimum premium is paid to the reinsurance company. That is called minimum deposit premium. Now suppose I have estimated the losses of say 100 crores. Okay, various. So I have this one. I have estimated losses of 100 crores. Rate is say 1%. So 100 crores, that will be 1 crore. Okay. Now there can be a condition of MDP of 90%. How much MDP I will pay?
90 lakhs.
90 lakhs will be paid to the reinsurance company by the insurance company at the beginning of the period. Okay. Or if there is an installment facility, then in the installment, whatever it is. So if I have paid a 90 lakhs rupees at the end of the year, if I come to know that my actual losses are 110 crores.
So 20 lakhs premium, balance 20 lakhs premium will have to be paid, adjusted.
Correct. That is called the adjustment premiums. So whatever the actual premium over and above the MDP, it is called a adjustment premium. So now you are paying 20 lakhs again at the end of the year. But suppose now my losses are only 80 lakhs.
Yes.
Now what will happen?
10 lakhs will be refunded.
No refund will be there.
No refund.
No refund will be there.
Some are telling no refund, some are telling that 10 lakhs refund.
Since it is an adjusted policy, minimum premium to be deposited and balance will be refunded.
Correct, correct. As what we said, balance to be refunded.
Yes.
Minimum
premium is deposited.
80 lakh. Na?
Yeah.
Premium is 80 lakh.
You
Then
just
no
go through the
refund.
name. What is the name here? What is the name here?
Minimum premium deposit. So if it is a 90 lakhs that has already been paid for the minimum deposit premium and premium is coming to 80,000 at the end of the year, then balance will be refunded since it is adjustment policy.
If you say minimum premium, what does it mean?
Yes, sir.
There are two things in MDP. Two things are there: minimum premium also and deposit premium also. If you say minimum premium, then what does it suggest?
Then it will be 90 lakhs
Don't
and
go
no
down.
refund will
Don't
be there.
go down to further down.
Since it is a minimum deposit premium, so
yes, so that is a minimum.
Minimum.
That means
The
no
premium
refund
90,
no
90 is a minimum premium here.
Yes, so we will not get any refund back.
Yes.
Understood?
Since it is a minimum premium to be deposited.
Correct, correct. Yes, yes. So it is a minimum
If
deposit.
here
premium,
is 100, then we will pay 10.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. If it is more than that,
up to 90 lakhs, there will be no refund, and after that, we will have to be paid and adjusted the policy.
Now I'm showing some examples by which it will be very much clear. Now see, first risk is of 50 crores, rate is 10%. Then premium is how much?
Cost.
Actual estimated NMP, it is ENPI, estimated net premium income. So if 50 crore is estimated net premium income, rate is 10%, then cost will be how much?
4.5%, 5 crores.
Cost I'm asking cost.
Cost 5
is
crores.
5 crores. And if we go MDP will be 90%.
Yes.
So 90% of 5 crores will be
4.5 crores.
5 crores. Okay. So 4.5 crores will be there. Now we'll pay 4.5 crores at the beginning. But we have found that actual our GNPI is coming 55 crores.
Yes.
So actual cost will be 5.5 crores.
5.5.
So adjustment premium will be
1 crore will have to be deposited.
Correct. Now here always remember, while calculating adjustment premium, you have to deduct MDP from actual cost, not the cost at the beginning. Okay, yes. Cost, that was a calculation. Otherwise, what will you answer? 0.5. No, it is not like that. Because in exam, they will give you, if they will ask you the adjustment premium, they will give some limited information like ENPI, then the rate of premium, then MDP rate. Like they will say 90%. They will not say how much MDP. They will just say MDP rate, and they will say actual GNPI. They will give ENPI rate, MDP percent, and GNPI on which you have to calculate the adjustment premium. So you have to go step by step. First, you have to calculate the cost. On cost, you have to apply that MDP percentage, which is 90%, which is coming 4.5, and then you have to calculate the actual cost. And from actual cost, you have to deduct the MDP, not the cost. Okay, then you will get that 1 crore. Okay. In next example, see, it is 0.2 crores is coming. But third example, if you see liability, here actually cost is 6 crore. We have paid 5.4 crore, but actual cost is coming 4.5 crore, which is less than the MDP. Now, have you taken refund from it?
No.
So in this case, adjustment, if they will ask you the adjustment premium, then our answer will be, what will be our answer?
Since MDP is 5.5 crore, then adjustment premium will be nil.
They will ask you just the figures. They will ask you what will be the adjustment premium. Adjustment premium, they will say that 0.99 crores payable to the reinsurer, 0.59 crores, 0.9 crores payable to the insurer. So nil will be your answer. 0 will be your answer. Nothing will be paid. Okay, that is, or no adjustment premium can be. No adjustment premium. Okay. Now commission, I suppose
so
this
that
is not.
Means we are not to pay the refund. We are
there will
not
be
to
no
refund at all.
Yeah, there will be no refund from the MDP because it is a minimum premium, na. Okay, we are assuring them that this much will be the premium, so that's why this is a minimum premium. So we are not. That's why our estimation should be perfect. If you make a wrong estimation, then what will happen? If you see, suppose there are two things. If you estimate more than the actual percentage, then what will happen?
Then we have to pay more premium and no refund.
Correct. And if you estimate less, then what will happen?
Then adjustment premium will have to be paid at the end of the year. Adjustment will be paid. More
that
premium.
Is fine. No, that we can pay. That is even good for us.
But we have to retain the loss by itself, by insured only.
Actual disadvantages to the insurance company in lower estimation is that reinsurance company will charge you the higher rate.
Yes.
They will say your estimation is less, means this one, na. So rate will be higher. Your premium income, you are estimating less premium income.
Yes.
You're estimating 50 crore instead of 70 crore. So he will say that I will not get much, na. So he will charge you
higher rate of premium.
Hello.
Not audible, sir.
Hello. Not audible, sir.
Sir, you're not audible. You're not seen also.
So your slides are also not visible.
Not audible, not visible.
Might be some technical issue.
Sagar, I think I'm visible now.
Sir, you are visible.
Yes, sir, you are audible also.
But my PPT is not visible.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Is there any again? Where is again? I will do. Yeah, is it visible now?
Yes, visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now commissions, flat commission, sliding scale commission, profit commission. Now what happens in flat commission is a particular percent decided commission which is paid by the reinsurance company to the insurance company because they are procuring the business. Okay, so that is a flat commission. If simple question, they can give you the rate, just you have to apply it on the premium, whatever the premium is paid to the reinsurance company. Sometimes they can give you the commission rate, they can give you the what is the retention and the lines and all these things, and on that they you have to check how much is the session, and on session only you have to apply the commission rate. Then sliding scale commission. Sliding scale commission is particularly based on the you say claim basis. If as per increase in the claim ratio sorry, as per decrease in the claim ratio, your this commission rate is increasing. So that will be the sliding scale commission. And one more commission is that is a profit commission. It is paid in case there is a profit of the treaty. So whatever premium we have paid and we have recovered less than that, after means all the expenses means maybe your whatever flat or sliding commission is there, plus whatever claims are paid, administrative expenses, all these are paying. After that, if suppose treaty is profitable to the reinsurance company, then profit commission is paid to the insurance company. Now some words in which you get confused, so just similar words, synonyms I have given. Reinsured, direct insurer, cedant and ceding insurer are one and only the same. Likewise, reinsurer accepting company, and sometimes retrocedent also is there, but some retrocedent is quite different than the reinsurer because it is reinsuring only. But otherwise, reinsurer and accepting company are the same. Reinsurer, direct insurer, cedent and ceding insurer are the same. Now, acquisition costs are the expenses relating to the acquisition of the business, like we also have in our insurance business. There can be administration cost. Here, it is excluding acquisition and claim settling cost. So the remaining cost is the administration cost. There can be anniversary of a treaty. Anniversary means nothing but a renewal date of a treaty, that is a of a 12 months. Border we have already discussed. Then burning cost, border I will show you some example of border also. Burning cost also we have seen. Burning cost is also called as a experience rating, that they can ask you, because on experience of the claims, past some years experience only, we are charging the premium. So that's why it is also called as a experience rating. Now this is just two examples of a border rocks. One is a premium border rocks and claim border rocks. Although there are some limited fields are here, but if you go in your books, you can find some other fields also. You just remember that, because question comes which of the following is not part of the premium border rocks. They can give you any claim border rocks item in the premium border rocks item in the claim border rocks, and ask you to find out odd man out. So here, see premium border rocks, you can see risk, location, sum insured, premium, how much is obligatory, net, surplusity, facultative, all these things are there. In claim border rocks, again claim and location will come, but here then claim amount will come. Claim amount will not be the part of the premium border rocks. They can put it in a premium border rocks example. Then again, how much share of the claims that is there, other things you just see what is required where. Then some terms, again we are going forward. Commutation clause. Commutation clause is nothing but discharge of present and future commitment between the insured and reinsured by an estimate settlement. Sometimes it may be premium withdrawal and all this, that settlement is done and contract is terminated in between also. That is a commutation clause. Ceding commission, ceding commission, a percent of reinsurance, that the fixed commission like we have seen. ORC also we have seen. ORC is overriding commission. It is incremental commission paid on a reduction of an insurance. Cut through clause we discussed. Okay. Earned premium is a proportionate premium for the reinsured premium period. And there is one more clause which is called the follow the fortune clause. What does follow the fortune clause suggest? Can anybody tell me? What is the follow the fortune?
Is the fortune of the insurer followed by the reinsured. Actually, what is happening to the insured is to be compelled by or agreed by the reinsurer.
Okay, so which fortune is followed by the
risk or claim or premium percentage, everything?
Okay, is it a financial fate?
Or no, it is insurance fate.
No.
It is insurance
fate. Insurance fate.
Yes,
it's only insurance fate.
Yes, that you understand. Otherwise, it is not like if company. Otherwise, it will be like that. Like insurance company is insolvent.
What risk has been borne by the reinsurer, that will be followed by the insured. That will be followed by the insurer.
Correct. So that you have to remember. Otherwise, sometimes they can ask you such things also. So it is not a financial commercial. It is an insurance fate only, followed by the reinsurance company. So in simple words, if loss payable to the insurance company, it is payable to the reinsurance company also. You know?
Yes.
Okay. Next, fronting I explained. Okay. Next is a ground of loss. Gross amount of loss occurring to reinsured beginning with the first dollar of the loss and after deduction required by the insurance agreement. Here entire amount of loss including deductibles but net of salvage and recoveries. So whatever entire amount of loss is there, we deduct the deductibles and salvage and recoveries. Net of salvage and recoveries we do, that will be ground of losses. But in ultimate net loss, what we do?
Sir, recoveries from reinsurers also.
It is entire amount of loss including deductibles but net of salvage and recoveries. Here actually, if you see ultimate net loss, here recoveries from other insurer. Recoveries from it is not a recoveries from the other insurer. It is a recoveries from the insured, not a other insurer. If we take into consideration recoveries from other insurer, then it becomes ultimate net loss. Okay, that is the difference. In ultimate net loss, gross loss including survey fees, legal fees, less recoveries from other insurance, which reduce loss to the treaty. Understood the difference here? As whatever your doubt was there, recoveries from other insurer is taken care in ultimate net loss, we deducted here, not in the ground of loss. Then next, for the SWIFT, they will not ask much here. They will just ask the full form, that which is single window international facultative and treaty. Okay. Then GDP gross direct premium is calculated. They can give you some figures here. Just apply this formula and you can answer it. Gross domestic premium minus reinsurance ceded plus reinsurance accepted. This is a GDP. How we calculate means, what suppose a particular insurance company has underwritten premium of say 100 crore in a particular financial. Is any doubt there? Any doubt, please? Okay.
No,
So 100 crore of premium, they have reinsured 20 crore out of 20 crore, and they have accepted reinsurance of 10 crore. What is the GDP?
90.
Gross at 90 crore. Just 100 minus 20 plus 10. So just likewise, one simple question can come. Then long tail. What is the long tail? Can you tell?
Liability claims.
The claims
liability
which
claims
are
is
after
the example.
expiry of the policy.
Yes, yes.
The liability which come much after the expiry of the policy period.
Correct, correct. Can you give some example? Like
suppose,
liability.
Motor liability.
Suppose the earthquake is occurring at the last day of the policy, but that is not reported, but the policy actual loss has occurred. Severe tremors are coming after 7 days, 5 days, or 72 hours. Then it is a long tail policy. Long tail, we are taking this thing as a long tail.
7 days, 3 days, 24 hours, that will not be long term. Long term, long tail means maybe
the motor.
Like, yes, right. It is a perfect example of the long tail example, like TP claims in the motor. But I suppose this time also TP is taken by Brijmohan sir. Have you taken it? I suppose, right? This time also motor TP lecture. Who has taken?
Yes.
Yeah. So he must have explained that also. Like in new this one, there is some limit is given. So now that can be also be controlled. Otherwise, earlier they used to claims used to come after 5 years, 10 years, right?
Yes,
so that is a long tail, this one. And sometimes even claim is reported. Sometimes it may happen, claim is reported, but this hearings is going on, then it becomes a long tail, right?
Yes.
Next, portfolio. Insurance policies in force, then that is called as premium portfolio. Whatever insurance policies are in force, then whatever outstanding losses are there, that is called as a loss portfolio, and whatever insurance investment is there, that is called an investment portfolio. If you see, we have seen insurance premium portfolio for that, for premium entry and premium withdrawal. Withdrawal we have seen. Likewise in losses also, outstanding losses, for we are making that provision. We are taking some we are giving some debit to the expiring, giving credit to the newer one. Likewise, it happens. Slip is the document that is setting out the risk, particular terms and conditions for which reinsurance protection is. So they can give you this definition, ask you what does it mean. So slip is the answer. It is a see, actually what is a slip in general. If you see in practical, what if insurance company wants reinsurance cover, they write the slip and give it to the broker.
What is your requirement are giving to the
correct
reading the slip?
So they write terms and condition, what are the requests, what is the rate expected, all these things they write. The reinsurance broker takes the slips with the different reinsurance company, and they accept it, or they partially accept it, or they reject it. If they want some modification, they mention it. Likewise, the slip goes out and then come back to this one. Okay. Then portfolio, we have already discussed. It is coming back again. Large risk. Which risk is considered as a large risk? If it is a consequential loss and property insurance business, then sum assured over and above. If sum assured about 2,500 crore is maybe even 2,500 plus above is considered as the large risk. It is for the consequential loss and property insurance. But for various location of a same insurer will be considered this one. And if it is a legal liability, then sum insured above 100 crore at one location will be termed as a large risk. Now, there are some clauses which we'll discuss now. One is a downgrade clause. What does downgrade clause means? If you see, when we see IRDA regulation, we will see that the particular rating is required for the investment for reinsuring. Particular percent of our reinsurance can be done in a particular rating companies. Likewise, is given. So suppose it happens in the contract period or a treaty period, it happens that reinsurers grading is downgraded, rating is downgraded. You must be knowing various credit rating agencies. You just remember the names also. Sometimes they may ask which of the following is there or not there is in your book. Like, can you give some example of the credit rating agencies?
M-based, S&P.
Right. So these credit rating agencies, if downgrade some company, some insurer, so as per downgrade clause, we can terminate that the cancel that reinsurance contract. Okay, so that downgrade clause suggests that with the downgrading of the rating of the reinsurance company can cancel the contract. The next one is the Rs clause. Why Rs clause is important? Can you tell me the implication of Rs clause? Particularly, where is it very much important?
To satisfy the retentions and deductibles.
Yes, particularly for the excess deductibles only. Because what happens, see, suppose there can be a earthquake which is lasting for the longer period. So we will not consider entire loss as a one. We have some limitation, that is a Rs clause. Up to that period, we can consider it as a one loss. If it goes beyond that, that will be considered that another loss. So what will be the implication of this, of considering it two losses instead of one? What is the implication of it?
Two excess.
Correct. Then two excess will be applicable. Even again, it is going beyond that period again. Then again, three excess likewise it will happen. So to consider that, you should be aware of how much excess is there. Like for hurricane, earthquake, volcanic eruption, civil war, there are 72 consecutive hours, and for the monsoon, it is a 168 hours. If it goes beyond that, then another excess will come. Now here again, thing is coming. Who decides the starting point of that particular event is decided by whom? Insurer or reinsurer?
Insurer.
Or both. It is decided by the insurer. Insurer decides. Maybe it may happen that on 1st of June, earthquake started and it lasted for many, say 10 days. That was there are shocks of earthquake, or there can be a heavy rains, say for a month. Okay, it may happen. So it is not necessary that when rain started or then EQ started, we have to take that point only. We as an insurer can decide the starting point. But when we decide the starting point, from that whatever limit is that, like 72 hours or 168 hours, that much time will be considered as a 1 hour, and then the next event will start. Okay. Then next one is a PML error clause. Actually, I had that example. I made one example. Okay, we'll see that whether it is there or not, or I will explain it orally. First, you understand what is a. I would like to explain the difference between SI and PML. You know that total loss liability is our sum insured, and PML is probable maximum liability. Suppose the loss is of suppose sum insured is of 100 crore, and we have estimated PML that of 40 crores. suppose loss is of 50 crore, how much will we pay to the insured as an insurance company? How much will we pay to the insured?
50 crores we have to pay,
50
but
crores. 50 crores.
maximum probable loss is since 40 crores, so 10% will be borne by insurance company itself.
No, forget about the reinsurance. I'm just discussing about the insurance contract. Then I will
50
come to
crores.
here.
50 crores.
50 crore needs to
50
be
crores we have to pay.
correct. Now it is happening that sometimes what happens, there can be just actually I have that example for the maybe where I just, yeah, it is here actually, this one. Suppose we are writing on the sum assured basis and we are writing on PML basis. What can be the difference? See now, suppose the sum assured is 350 crore, premium is 35 crore. Now, if we underwrite it on sum assured basis, how it would be? Suppose the retention, suppose 50 crores and 2 lines TT of a 50 crores is there. Now what will happen? First retention will be 50 crore with the insurance company. Then
100 crores
2 lines means 100 crore will be with the reinsurer, and balance 200 will come back to the insurer or maybe a facultative. Okay. So now percentage is coming how much? Retention percentage, see, 15.29% is coming with the insurance company, 14.29. Then 28.57% is coming to the reinsurer and 57.14% to the facultative or self. So here there is no such problem. Even premium will be shared accordingly, 5 crore, 10 crore and 20 crore. Okay. But if we underwrite, means we have a reinsurance contract on PML basis. Now, if PML is decided as 140 crore, now what will happen? Although it is a PML basis, that 50 crore will be the retention, that will be same. So 50 crore will be kept by whom? Insurance company. Now, then 2 lines is of 50 crores, that is 100 crore, but now PML is only 140. So for 90 crore it is going again to the reinsurance company. So again, this now see, if you see the loss sharing is changed. Okay. Yes. Loss sharing is changed here, but for up to 140 crore only, and premium is also paid accordingly. So this is the difference on PML and SI basis. Now suppose the loss goes beyond that 140 crore. Suppose loss is of say 300 crore. Sum assured is 350 crore, so up to 350 crore loss can be there. Now how much the reinsurer will pay? Now here his share was only 90 crores. So how much will he pay?
210 crores.
210 crores will be paid by the reinsurer, you are saying. Okay. Any other answer?
Only 90 crore, as the PML is the maximum 140.
Correct.
So refer back to again insurer.
Okay. In one context, you are very much right, madam, that his share is only 90 crores. You will say that I have received a premium for 90 crores. So I will pay only 90 crores because for that only I have received a premium. But as we are discussing this, PML error clause, as per the PML error clause, what does it suggest? If in the event of a loss, the PML underlying the reinsurance agreement is exceeded, the additional liability to be borne by the reinsurer shall be limited to 50% of the amount that would have resulted had the PML not exceeded. So what could be the amount that if PML would have if
105 crore to be paid.
105 crores. Okay. So actually, why 105 crores you are saying, sir? How you calculate 105?
300 minus 90, 210 crores. So 50% will be the as per PML error cost. That is 105 crores.
It
No,
will
sir.
not.
Actually, 300 minus 90, 140, then it will coming to some
Okay.
160, 160 by 50%.
Forget the PML error clause first. Then the liability is how much?
90 crore.
90. Okay. So if liability is 90, that could be liability if PML not exceeded. Now,
Yes.
if PML exceeded, then liability will not exceed more than 50%. That could have been if PML not exceeded. Then on that 90, maximum 50%. That means how
45.
much? 45. Maximum 45% can be paid by the reinsurer. So it is a theoretically I'm discussing. Okay, 90 plus 45. So liability would be reinsurance liability as per PML error clause is 135. So maximum he will pay 135. But in practice, insurer and reinsurer are negotiating. Maybe sometimes they are recovering more and less from the reinsurer, not as per this clause. Okay. Yes. What is the doubt?
The additional 50% would be that on that 90 only, not the balance.
On that 90 only, ma'am. Yes.
Okay,
Whatever
okay.
his liability was there on that 50%. Okay. Okay. So, but in fact, so for examination, as you are studying it for the examination, I'm telling you for examination this will be. But in practice, if you know you want practical, in practice, what we do, there can be a different clause in the treaty as per that, or sometimes there can be a negotiation like 60%, 70%, or maybe 100% extra than whatever it is be, or maybe sometimes total. This can be that can happen. That can in practice we do that. But for the examination point of view, just remember that the reinsurer will not pay more than 50% than what its liability could have been if payment resulted correct. Okay. Then some limits are here. Just for sometimes they can ask you the general question. Like sometimes that was a question. What is a gross premium underwritten in India by all insurance companies? Likewise, sometimes general questions also coming one or two. Not always, but just for that only this is given. What is a paid up capital required for the insurance broker? It is a 75 lakhs, out of which 10 lakhs to be deposited with the scheduled bank. For insurance broker, 4 crore is required. For composite broker, 5 crore is required, and their license is valid for 3 years. Broker cannot transact from one client more than 50% of his total business. Otherwise, what will happen? The bigger corporates will form their own broker, and so that they will earn their brokerage on the premium, their own business. So to avoid that, there is a guidelines that broker cannot transact from one client more than 50% of his total business, and they must have professional indemnity cover. It is also one of the condition for the broker. Now we are discussing about the IRDA regulation 2018, on which questions are there in the examination. They ask you the program and all these, when to submit, how to do, what to do after the changes. So first, before knowing that the program, first what is the objective of it, that you understand. First and most important is that maximum retention within the country is the most important objective of the reinsurance program, subject to proper and adequate diversification of the risk. Second, develop adequate technical capability and financial capacity, which is not even there in our country. So to have that, this program should be designed. Secure the best possible insurance coverage required to protect the interests of policyholders, retrocedents, and at a reasonable cost, and simplify the administration of a business. These are the objective of the IRDA reinsurance program. Now, retention policy is also decided by the IRDA. To follow it, we should have maximum possible retention in our company also and at the country also. Next, formulate segment-wise retention policy. We should have a combined retention limit, also a segment-wise retention limit. If you see I will show you the table in that uh, the portfolio-wise or this one combine how to do, or maybe a proportionate how much, or non-proportionate how much retention, or how much reinsurance session can be done. That is decided by the IRDA. Then fronting is not allowed. Then 50% of its Indian, every Indian reinsurer shall maintain a minimum retention of 50% of its Indian business. That's why GIC is retroceding only 50%, because 50% minimum retention is a condition to all the reinsurer in India. Indian reinsurer should justify its retention policy to the authority. 4% obligatory cession we already discussed. Then now the reinsurance programs should commence from the beginning of every financial year, that is the 1st April of every year, and that program needs to be submitted. That whatever is your pre-decided program is there for the particular financial year, that should be board approval should be taken on that program and should be submitted to the regulator, which is the IRDA, 45 days in advance. So what is the last date to submit the program to the IRDA? What is the last date to submit the board approved program to the board approved reinsurance arrangement program to the IRDA? If they'll ask you what can be it?
Rudy, I think so.
45 days in advance means which date I'm asking?
45 days before
15th February.
15th February.
15th of February. So up to 15th February that should be submitted. Now here you will get confused or jumbled up between this and the next one is a final reinsurance program. If they are asking about the final insurance program, that will come after the financial year begins. So that should be submitted within 30 days. So what is the last date to submit the final insurance program?
30th April.
30th April. So don't get confused. If they are asking a reinsurance program to be submitted, then 45 days in advance of the financial year. And if they are asking the final word is there, then it will be 30 days after the commencement of the financial year. Now in final reinsurance program, see, when you are deciding the program, that time you will just decide that how much is your retention, how much retention in the particular line of business. Likewise, you will decide which form of reinsurance will be there. That will be decided. But after that, what will you do? In that 45 days, you will approach various reinsurer, and then it will be finalized. Then there you will understand with whom you have made contract. So which the name of the reinsurance company, reinsurer wise details of actual placement during the previous year and of each segment and the current year. Likewise, you have to give the details to the IRDA. If there is any changes in the in the financial year in the program, that should be submitted within 15 days. Okay. Next, IRDA regulation. As per the IRDA regulation, in which company by of the rating, how much to be ceded, that is given here. I suppose this is just a number. You have to just mug it up. You mug up these figures. If triple B of standard and poor rating is given to a particular insurance company, the limit of cession allowed in the proportionate is 10%, and non-proportionate is 10%. Total limit is 20%. That is given for triple B 15%, 15, 25. Just understand triple B 10, 10, 20, triple B to double A 15, 15, 25, and more than double A 20, 20, 30. That should be the your placement. So these limits you understand. Then ultimate net loss clause. Ultimate net loss means the sum actually paid by the reinsured or cedent in respect of any loss, including expenses such as litigation, survey fees, etc., but after deducting salvage and recovery. That we have already discussed also. So this is ultimate net loss. Here your reinsurance recoveries will not come. Other than that, other expenses will come here. The reinsurer is bound to pay his share of claim even if the reinsurer is unable to pay the full amount. That is in case of insolvency also. Reinsurer cannot take a defense that if insurer is not paying loss, then I will not pay. No. In case of insolvency also, liquidation or any other thing is there, then also reinsurer is bound to pay his share, although insurer is not paying his share to the insured.
It is the cut-through clause, sir.
Yeah, as per cut-through clause, no, but in cut-through clause, what is that? As per cut-through clause, insured will directly claim from the insurance company. It is not not the case always. Here, reinsurer is bound to pay to the insurance company, and they will pay. Okay. Then 75% loss reporting clause. Here, when the loss reaches 75% of the retention limited, if it crosses that limit, it is a duty of an insurer to intimate to the give intimation to the reinsurance company if the losses goes beyond the 75%, so that significant steps can be taken by the reinsurer also. So that is the clause. Then sanction limitation and exclusion clause. Do you know which are the sanctioned countries today? Recently,
Russia, Ukraine.
Yes, Russia, Ukraine, and their borders are sanctioned. Now, what is the sanction clause suggests that suppose particular countries are sanctioned, prohibited or restricted by UN or such UN or maybe as per the laws of promulgation of the European Union, UK or USA, then that risk will be excluded from that. So if such any loss occurred in that sanctioned territories, then the losses will not be paid by the reinsurer. So that's why while underwriting also we check whether it is coming under sanctioned territories or not, and if it is coming, then we do not provide the cover or impose some limitation or likewise, because if the loss occurs, then we will not be able to recover it from the this reinsurance company. So to avoid that, we check it and will not provide such a cover, because reinsurers are also not providing such a coverages.
So what is the difference between claims control clause and claims cooperation clause?
See, claims control clause and claims cooperation clause. That I will give you here. One second. That one clause is here. Claims cooperation clause. In that claims cooperation clause, it is the condition precedent to the reinsurer's obligation to pay is that the reinsured shall, on the reinsurer's request, cooperate with the reinsurer in the adjustment and settlement of a claims where market lot exceeds. It says that if particular loss exceeds, say, INR 1,000 million, then insurance company will cooperate to the reinsurance company. So here, even the reinsurer will come into the picture. They can for appointing of a surveyor and all these things, that they will take a consent of the reinsurance company. They will even if reinsurer want to visit the site, they want to appoint a surveyor, then the cooperation will be given by the insurance company. And as such, you are saying that claim control clause, it suggests that there will be a the measures will be taken by the insurance company to control that losses. In claims cooperation, they are cooperating to the reinsurance company, so that reinsurance can come into the picture. They can also appoint surveyor. Maybe they can together they can appoint it, but they will and if they decides anything, then insurer will cooperate with the reinsurance company. Okay. Now, inspection of records clause, as per that only, see, inspection of records clause, it is a right of the reinsurance company that they can inspect the records of the insurer. sanction limitation done, inspection error omission clause. If inadvertently any delay occurred or for the submission of statement, or any error or omission is occurred in that statement, then it will not limit the liability, or it will not provide a defense to the reinsurer if the on if on coming if on the discovery, after the discovery, if it is immediately rectified, then that the liability would not be reduced of the insurance company, so they will pay as it is. There was no error or omission or a delay by the insurance company. So it is giving a protection to whom? Errors and omission clause is a protection to whom?
Insurer.
Because in case of inadvertent delay and omission also, they have right to claim by rectifying the errors and omission, but it should be done immediately after the discovery. Hours clause, we have seen that. So just here, in which cases it will be 72 hours and in which cases it will be 168 hours. Just you refer this slide. Hurricane, typhoon, windstorm, rainstorm, hailstorm, tornado, volcanic eruption, tidal, earthquake, sea quake. In that, even tsunami will also come. Your RSMD, right strike, malicious damage, right civil commutation, malicious damages. For that, it is a 72 hours. But for the monsoon, it is a 168 consecutive hours. PML error clause we discussed, cut through clause we discussed, claims cooperation clause we discussed, terrorism and political risk exclusion clause. This clause exclude the following losses. First is war, invasion, act of foreign enemy hostilities, permanent or temporary disposition resulting from confiscation by any lawfully constituted authority, immunity, civil commotion, military uprising, rebellion, revolution, etc., any act of terrorism. So these all are excluded as per terrorism and political risk exclusion clause. Indian reinsurance market challenges. What are the market challenges?
Excuse me, sir. So
yes.
actually, we are getting questions of clauses which are not in the book. Of late, international clauses are coming in the exams, like interlocking clause. What is interlocking clause? Then sunset clause, sunrise clause. So these are not in the books. Can you help us out in regard to these international clauses or many others?
See, I wanted to cover that too, but due to time constraint, I have taken the important one. Okay. Now, if you want the deferred studies, if you are appearing for which scale, ma'am?
Scale 5.
Scale 5, right? So for you, it will definitely come. It can come. So for scale 3 to 4 or 4 to 5, if they ask, you just you can get the wordings for Munich and Swiss Re wordings if you can get now. In that it will be very much explained this one. So if you want to go deeper, you just refer to that wording, ma'am, please, because it is not possible to cover everything in this short period of time.
Okay.
Please go through that. So Indian reinsurance market challenges. What are the challenges? First, limited covers available for liability, professional indemnity, oil and energy, etc. So we do not have that much coverages in Indian market. Then premium rates are costlier as foreign reinsurance reinsurers quote more. There are different dates of financial of accounts globally. Actually, nowadays the dates are similar only. 1st April, everyone is following, but in particular countries there can be different. So there can be a problem in accounting, and lots of cat events in the past years. If you can see earlier, there were not so many catastrophic events, but in recent past, if you see, there are so many such events. That's why exposure is increased manifold. This I explained while explaining PML error clause only. Just some example. This is how arrangement is, and this is just not examination point of view, but with the practical purposes I have given that. Here what is important, that small risk is termed at up to the 30 crores of SI, medium risk is from 30 to 200 crore, large risk is up to the 200 crore. And if different risks are there, then in different risk what are arrangements can be made. that is given. Like see, obligatory will be common to each and everyone. Then net retention, of course, because fronting is not allowed, so each and every risk some retention will be there. Then there will be a quota share. Quota share will be there. Say 10% here, 20% for the medium risk, say 20% for the large risk. Then see, for a simple risk, small risk, only this much is required. Obligatory net and quota share arrangement will be there. But for the medium risk, after this, there can be again a surplus and quota share combination. And in large risk, surplus, quota share, even it will be covered under excess of loss. And large risk can be uncovered even after surplus, quota, and excess of loss. Then it will be go for the facultative for the balance amount. So I suppose I tried to cover maximum things in this short period of time.
So
Still,
what
if you
is
have any doubt,
obligatory? Obligatory.
obligatory is obligatory
GIC.
share that we are ceding to the GIC, na? That is obligation by made by the this as
So,
per
and
regulation.
the gross
Yes,
line includes quota share and retention,
yes, 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 yes. In
not
gross line, we are
obligatory.
not obligatory, right? We can form in that we can take it this one also, because see, obligatory anyway we are doing it. We are what we are doing in excess of loss, after particular deductible, it will be recoverable from the reinsurance company. So up to that point we can have any arrangement in that. Even your this obligatory will also come. Any other doubts?
Thank you.
If any doubts, you can ask. Otherwise,
In
I can.
obligatory will go through this quota share only, no?
Yeah, obligatory. There is a quota share only 4%. Earlier, it was 5%, but from last, I think 1st April 2023 or 2022, it is reduced to 4% by the IRD.
And the net retention will go as surplus or excess of loss?
Net retention, ma'am?
Net retention of the insurance company also, he will again reinsure to another.
I explained something here. I will come back to that slide. In excess of loss, while showing that, I explained.
Yes, that is risk excess of loss.
Yes. There only I can explain you. Just if slide is there. There. Yeah. See, in net retention, you can keep like net retention can be protected by the risk excess of loss, and then your that line becomes. So if you say the net line, that will become including of your risk excess of loss and all this.
Okay, sir.
Any doubt? Any other doubt if there?
Sir, one doubt regarding obligatory session.
Yeah.
Sir, is the obligatory session applicable for all the lines of business, or any specific business? Like in earlier, RSB and government business, or the government business as a
they
whole
were excluded. Yes,
was
yes.
excluded from obligatory session.
So
is it the same in this program also?
Yes,
that is still
only
excluded.
they
no
only
4%.
they just reduced it. There is no change in the program. Only they reduced it to the 4%.
To 4%, nothing else. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir, if the reinsurer is downgraded, can we terminate the treaty without giving the notice?
Yeah. I explained that also.
Like sudden death clause is applicable?
Yes.
If the reinsurer is downgraded?
See, no need of sudden death. Na? In downgrading, as per downgrading clause only, we can terminate it. Na? That clause itself says that we can terminate or cancel the contract.
Okay.
Sudden death.
If both the options come.
Yeah. If both the option comes, then your downgrading clause will be the answer. Because in sudden death, what is there? Sudden death, there are various other this one. You can say that
war.
In sudden death, there can be a political risk also.
Nuclear peril.
Like enemy, like yeah. In that also that can be terminated. That is a sudden death clause. So
okay, that is applicable to this also. Downgraded clause.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Anything else?
So we'll get your video of this session Can we get
This
your
video is available on YouTube.
The PPT.
This video is available. PPT I will share.
Okay. Thank
That
you,
I
sir.
will share. Okay. So thank you very much and all the best for your examination. Please,
Thank you, sir.
again, I'm giving some okay, just some little suggestion. Please read question carefully what they are asking. Maybe sometimes in a capacity or session, you just calculate perfectly well, but what happens? You just don't understand the word. Just understand what they are asking, whether they are asking capacity or session or retention, whether they are asking insured share, reinsured share, or likewise. So just understand that one and answer correctly. Sometimes, like I give you one example, two risk clause. Sometimes we just attach two risk clause with two risk. So if they ask you more than two, we just blindly select that. But two or more risk is coming more than one risk. So just understand and apply your presence of mind whether what they are asking and what your option interpreting. Okay. Otherwise, I suppose that if you follow these things now, so definitely you can score 25 on 25 in this examination. Okay. So be careful while answering. I wish everyone good luck for the examination and get promoted in this promotion exercise itself. So all the best, everyone.
Can you please
Thank you,
show
sir. Thank you.
the Standard and Poor slide for a minute, please?
Yes, yes. What, ma'am?
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Can
very
you
much.
please show the slide on the Standard and Poor rating slide?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, tell me.
Oh, no, just to note down, sir, how much can be seen.
That PPT you will get, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
If you want right now, only just have a screenshot.
Yeah.
Just do the screenshot.
Thank you.
So it will be with you. Just
I've noted down, sir.
otherwise,
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. All the best.
Please share the PPT, sir, in the group.
Yeah, I will share. I will share.
GIC rating is right now is
Currently I'm also not aware, ma'am. I will if I'll get, I will share it, but I don't think that they will ask on such a this one, but still I will try to manage to get it and will share it with you.
or mega risk, sir, is the 2500 crore is PML or 2500 crore is sum insured? That is the question is last year in the exam.
That is a SI given, ma'am.
SI.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Shall I conclude?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Very fruitful sessions.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you everyone for having active participation, which made it fruitful actually. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.